Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic, wow that's very loud, Wednesday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren and I am your host, but I'm not your dungeon master. I'm just one of the common folk today, sitting in the player seat with my good friends here. We are back! We're back after a little bit of a break for more Dobber hype. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us in the chat. Thank you, Kimages, for the host. Happy Jacks for the host. Thank you, guys, for joining us. What is going on? We have a lot of cool stuff to get through today. But first, before we dive into it, why don't we, as always, say hello to our cast and Dungeon Master. How are you guys doing? You guys excited to be back?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Woohoo!
Yeah, let's do it.
Good stuff. Well, before we introduce our characters and all that, everything's kind of quiet, so I'm gonna push that up just a little bit. Why don't I give things over to Daryl real quick? Daryl, tell us a little bit about this this game, this world, what we're doing here today, and then we'll go through and introduce everyone's characters.
Absolutely. So we are back. So now this, I guess, is the premiere of the ongoing series, the Dobbers, as
It's
opposed
the
to
second first episode.
It's the second first episode. It's episode 4 in a three episode series. We beat that dead horse. Anyway, thank you guys for coming back and hanging out with us. We are in Dobberton, the always green forest, where these funny little gnome-like creatures with big nose and equally big ears have found themselves in a bit of a pickle. The forest is being killed off. There's decay spreading. Some of the fruits and vegetables and other plant life aren't growing the way they should. And our party has discovered that there's a dark wood sprite living in a particular part of the bog that's spreading this decay. They also found out that there are a lot of plots surrounding her and her origin and how it's related to other mysterious issues going on in Dobberton, both the physical realm and the politics. So we're going to pick it up where we left off last week, but we'll get more into that, I think, in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the world we're in. So shall we do our characters?
Fantastic. Yes. Let's go around real quick and have everyone introduce themselves, remind us who you are and what makes you so awesome, and who you are playing here today. Let's break tradition. Let's start on the far end of things with Mr. Throck. How's it going, my friend?
Hey, man.
I shake it up sometimes. I'm unpredictable.
Am I live? Hey, what's up? Throck Plays on Twitter, at Throck Plays or at Throck Plays on Twitter, and Throck Plays Poorly here on Twitch. I play Tened, our lovely, intelligent, charismatic, obviously the smartest person in the group, Bard. Just a regular old Dobber from Dobberton. Got lost in the woods with these guys, and looking forward to tonight's adventure.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Next to him, of course, we have Judo Killer. What's going on, man?
Oh, that's
He's
me.
sitting in your seat.
Put that guy in my chair. I am Judo Killer here on Twitch. I am at the Chris Herzog on the interwebs. I am playing Dolby Darkwood, a Dobberton guard of sorts. He's had a little bit of an issue with his commander, who's kind of got a stick up his butt for Dolby for whatever reason. We don't know why. So Dolby's currently suspended, and he's found himself hanging out with this group of fine fellows and lady.
Awesome. And passing it over to Jess, sitting next to him. How is it going?
It's going great. I'm Jess. I'm also a board game girl on all social media. And I'm playing Ivy, who is a Sylvan Dobber, and lost her family tragically. Was introduced to Fern oddly. And then
everyone is
joined, yeah, pretty much. Joined this crazy cast of characters trying to figure out what's going on in Dobberton.
Fantastic. And like she mentioned, first of all, you guys know me, my name is Astrid. I am playing Fern the Rat. He is the odd man out in the group. He is a rat folk druid. Means he's taller than a Dobber, he's hairier than a Dobber, and he's smellier than a Dobber. And all of those things are his mark of pride. He's just kind of a senile old rat who grows mushrooms and helps out where he can. And that is going to round out our cast. We are going to dive into a recap where we left off last week, because if you guys didn't missed it, I just uploaded all 3 episodes onto our YouTube channel. It's been our first upload in like a while, so sorry about that. But all the episodes are up on YouTube in their own playlist, the Dobbers. We should be keeping up with exports to YouTube following this episode, so you can get all your Dobber goodness right after it airs. And so if you guys missed the last session, things got tense. We got into a big fight, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. KVD says, I'm a lurking NPC. Good to see we have some. Every game needs NPCs. Before we dive into all that, just a couple of quick announcements. First of all, guys, if you are hanging out with us in chat, make sure you hit that retweet link. Tell all your friends on Twitter that you're hanging out with us and having a good time. Daisulu's got it for you right there. Of course, you can also, while you're on Twitter, you can enter both of our giveaways right now. One of them is ending tomorrow. That is this one right here, the Xanthar's Guide giveaway. I don't know if you guys have seen Xanthar's Guide to Everything, but we have a couple copies here, and we're giving you one. All you got to do is retweet a tweet on Twitter and be following us on Twitter, and not only are you going to get this copy of Xanthar's, but Tabletop Loot has also thrown in a package of dice of really awesome, different colored sets of dice. So you can keep them, you can give them away, you could play D&D with all your friends. You'll have enough dice for everyone. And also, we have our Pathfinder giveaway. That is going to be lasting just a little bit longer than the Xanthar's one. But both of them, go hit that up on Twitter. All the information is right there. The other thing that I wanted to announce, first of all, guys, we are rolling over into December very soon, which means we are going to start a new donation goal. As always, if we do hit the one we have, we'll be doing a giveaway for that. Everything is a giveaway here. I don't know why. Who set that system up? I need to fire that person. But one of the really cool things that has happened recently, and I get to announce this officially, we are good friends with the people over at Elderwood Academy. This is actually, I think, might be reversed on stream. I don't know. Elderwood Academy makes awesome wood products. Specifically, they make us these. These are exploding dice. You can see it's right there. There it is. Exploding Dice brand hex chests. They gave me a couple boxes of these a while back, and we've been using them for giveaways, giving them to our cast members and at conventions, just all kinds of stuff. First of all, Elderwood and I have struck a deal. We have signed our souls away, and they are our first major official sponsor here to help us run content, and which means not only you're going to see a lot of their products like these being given away and being kind of talked about, but these very things you can also buy yourself on the Elderwood Academy website. You can buy yourself an Exploding Dice hex chest if you don't want to wait to win one or find me at a convention to get one. They are, I think they're like $30, maybe $35, something like that. They haven't gotten the official graphic up on. I don't know when they're going to get the official graphic up on the website, but all you have to do is go in and into their hex chest session. If you select generic art or no art, and then in a note put Exploding Dice, you will get one of these. Same price. It's, as any other art they have, and it'll be in your hands, and they're really cool. Oh, and also we get a little bit of support when you buy those. So, just awesome stuff all around. If you like awesome wooden products and you like cool companies making cool stuff, go check those guys out. That is pretty much all the main announcements. Other than that, if you guys want to support the channel, you can of course do so by hitting the donation link down below or the subscribe button. We also have our Patreon is also running. You can give our players natural 20s, inspirations, advantage, things like that to help them through the dangers of the world, or help them mess with the DM a little bit. Or you can give them to the DM if you feel like he's having too hard a time. Either way, all of that stuff goes back to helping us run the channel and produce more content for you. Very soon, we're going to be up to 6 days a week of role-playing content. So thank you guys for all of that. That's all of my rambling out of the way. I'm going to kick it over to Daryl, who's starting to get bored, I think.
No, I'm not bored. I'm just updating an NPC. I'm completely 100%. So, as I was so graciously introduced by my host, we are ready to dive into action. But before we do that, I think the audience wants to know what happened last week. Does anybody want to take the reins?
Does anyone want
to? Throck.
When we last left our trip and adventure, they had made their way deep into the caverns underneath the mountain. They had explored a river wherein they found a farmer with a pumpkin patch whose pumpkins had gone bad. Searching around, they figured out that things weren't going so great there, and so they went deeper through the water into the cave beyond, where they began their explorations. And I'm actually catching up to last session now. And they ended up discovering what looked to be a series of rats working on this giant mechanical wooden object. But in truth, it was actually being run by a dauber wearing a rat mask. Surprised as they were by this twist, they were able to capture the dauber who was controlling the situation and make their escape from the caves, only to be surrounded by a group of Sylvan daubers looking for the dagger that they just stole, called the something that I just blanked on.
Ember with Fireheart.
Ember.
The Ember with a fire.
Liquid heart, right?
Liquid heart, yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
We'll get it.
Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's pretty good. And
Great.
almost skipped the Ember part, but got it in there at the end. So you have you woke up Majera long enough to talk to him, found out a little bit about his story and how he's related to all the goings on. And then the Sylvan Daubers surrounded you and took you at arrow point. And that's where we pick it up. 5 Sylvan Daubers. They're rangers. You guys all have this sense of either fear or awe or just general surprise that 5 creatures were able to move so silently and then surround you without any knowledge of yours. And that's where we start. One of them, who has kind of reddish hair, that's he's a man with a little bit of a red goatee, and his hair's longer and pulled back. He's got dark green robes, and he steps up to you, Throck.
Well, hello.
Hi. Are you in charge here?
Yes.
All right.
What? Why? Arrows? What? What's happening right now?
We need you to come with us.
Not until you tell me why.
That we're not comfortable being out in the open.
No, I'm gonna before we go, at least tell me your name. You seem like an interesting individual. I'm gonna cast friends on you, and I'd like for you to just, tell me a little bit about yourself before we get.
All right. You cast friends on him, and is there what visual clues would he have that you're casting that? Is it got a somatic or verbal or anything? Or
I just was going like this.
Okay.
Well, talk a little bit about it. Let's just have a conversation.
Right. Okay.
It is somatic and there's a little bit of makeup applied to the face as this spell is cast. So I would
apply to the face.
That's what it says. I would attempt.
That's interesting. But it's also somewhat irrelevant. So I was just rolling to see if you noticed you were casting the spell. When he was speaking with you, he lowered his bow, but when you do that, he raises it back up. He says, "Your magic won't work on me."
Oh.
I don't believe you, but you clearly have an arrow at my heart. So let's walk.
More importantly, why are you putting makeup on your face, buddy?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
It's part of the deal. What do you want from me? That's what I was taught. I just got a little bit here. I just
Are
go
you
like
going
that.
to come peacefully, or do we need to restrain you?
I think we should go peacefully, guys. I don't think we should mess with these guys.
I'm not
I would
sure
listen
if
to
you
the
are
guy.
aware, but we have a passenger and we need to escort him somewhere.
He's now our prisoner.
Oh, would you
Is he
like to take him? Oh, okay. In that case, and he'll like offer the stick to the nearest guy with the bow, like the stick that the dude's tied to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, one of them takes that stick, the portion you hand to him, and
And when he hands that, when he hands,
they see you moving, but it's not. No one feels threatened or anything by it.
when he goes to when Fern hands his end of the stick to him, because it was him and I that were carrying him earlier.
Yeah.
I just dropped my end and walked with the group, so he just kind of thumped out on the one side.
All right.
Good, because this guy was starting to get a little heavy on my shoulder. Good, thanks, man.
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
They should
Kind of slaps the guy on the back and walks with the rest of the group.
Untie me, and I'll come peacefully.
Hush, you.
Don't trust them.
We've heard enough of your stories.
So if they're still keeping arrows on us and we kind of are being pressured to walk with them, Fern is just going to be as annoying as possible on the walk over. He'll like individually offer every single Sylvan Dauber a mushroom.
Yes.
Of course he does.
I
Right.
love this.
Okay.
Would you like a mushroom? No. Would you
So
like
the
a
first
mushroom?
guy, the one with the red goatee, he's like, just walk silently. We don't need to, whatever that is.
It's a mushroom.
They seem to.
I know it's a mushroom, but it's obviously a trick of some sort.
Hey, Red.
No,
Red,
and he'll bite the cap.
if
No,
you
it's very
don't
good.
Take a mushroom, if you don't take a mushroom, he's not gonna stop.
I'll take one, and one of the other guys just kind of walks up behind you and like reaches over your shoulder to grab it.
Oh, the one out of his hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
It kind of seems to me like they want to be stealthy, so I pull out my fiddle and just start fiddling. And, like,
Silence, you! What are you doing?
hey, in a way we go. No song. Okay,
Shut it down.
It's a good song.
thanks.
I like that one.
We like traveling music. We find it helps us move better. Keeps us energized.
It's not in your best interest to attract everything that's out here.
We've done okay so far until you.
He
You're not very stealthy.
when you say we've done all right so far, you can tell he kind of notices how bloody and bruised that Ivy is.
Ivy almost died several times.
Right.
Well, yeah, not her so much.
No, like the rest of us. It's like,
Yeah.
So as you continue to walk, the one with the red goatee kind of files to the back of the group and has the feeling of like he's in control. He's trying to make sure you guys keep moving and whatnot. And then there's another guy in the front that's leading the way. He's dressed in dark green robes. He's got a cloak. He's got long-ish black kind of strangly hair. And as you're walking and doing your best to be distracting and be annoying, you realize you're probably doing that more to yourselves to them, because now the other three are just gone.
Wait, there's only two of them?
As far as you can tell.
I think we might have annoyed them. I think.
Excellent.
Excellent. And
we're really good at that. That's like
Yeah.
we got that part down. We're like the A team when it comes to annoying people.
yeah. Majera is now walking with you. They did let him walk. You guys go for a couple of hours, and it's getting to be dusk. If you recall, it was a little afternoon or sometime mid-afternoon when we left off last week or 2 weeks ago. As you're walking, you're getting into you're going west, going into a really dense part of the forest where the leaves and the root systems and the trunks of the trees and everything are just all intertwined, and it's really difficult terrain to just walk through. And they seem to be able to, in an uncanny way, And you've noticed that Ivy can do this too, but you just haven't had as much chance to see it. Just kind of step through, these branches and trees very naturally. Then you start walking up a large trunk, like the tree itself. It just slopes up, and you climb until you find yourselves on a bit of a platform that's been carved into this huge tree trunk. As you look around the area surrounding you, that you find that there are little nooks and crannies in the trunks of the trees surrounding, that there are branches that interconnect between these nooks. And you realize that this is a bit of a city that's hidden among the leaves in this forest. These leaves, or these tree trunks and limbs and things like that. When you get up onto the platform, you notice that the other 3 Sylvan Daubers are still with you. You just didn't see them, and are led into a room. All 4 of you are led into the same room, and Majera is taken to an adjacent room. You can see through a window to the next room. They close the door and lock it. Wait here. We are going to discuss what we need to do with the dagger, and after that, we'll determine what your fate is.
I don't follow. What do you mean? What you want to do with the dagger? It's hers. She found it.
Oh, well. Okay.
Right.
I don't know that they knew we had it for reals.
Yeah.
Until you said that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, how would they even know that we had the dagger? Is what he said.
Then why are they talking about it?
They brought it up at the beginning. That they were after the dagger.
Right. So
dagger.
They said you are in possession of something we don't want out in the open. That's what they were referring to.
That guy.
That guy.
Not the dagger. That guy.
Right.
Oh, then yeah, I was confused then. I was assuming they knew we had it. It's been a while, okay?
Yeah.
My memory is very bad.
Okay.
I'm bad at this game.
So there we go. Do you guys do or say anything at this time?
So what is the you mean to him?
Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, I kind of will just wait till he leaves the room.
Okay. All right. So he says, just wait here peacefully, and there won't be any trouble. He motions, he kind of signals like this, and then he walks off, and just as he walks off, somebody else walks up and brings you food. It's a relatively nice but not abundant tray with some nuts and leaves and cheeses on it, and plenty of water.
Is it so someone comes into our, like, we're not like locked in, are we?
No, not at this time. You're in a
Okay,
room. You feel a bit like a hotel room, or an inn room, but it's just a large kind of sitting room. There's no bed.
Okay, fair enough. I had a different plan if we were like being treated as some kind of way.
Yeah,
But
you get the sense that you're not sure how you're being treated, because like you know that they aren't going to let you leave. Like, you feel that, but they aren't trying to actively treat you like hostiles.
Okay.
So.
Right. They're feeding us well. Is this person who delivered the food, are they staying, or are they leaving?
No, he drops it off. He's just he looks like barely more than a kid, and sets it on a tray or on a stand in the room, and leaves and closes the door behind him.
Okay. I mean, I assume I'd have some knowledge of this, some like historical knowledge of.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. As far as the structure of the buildings and everything goes, this is normal. You guys are in a tree. The buildings, the houses are built into the trees, and there's not a lot that actually is built onto the trees, but there is some areas where you'll see bridges and little balconies and things like that. You notice that the guy with the red fur, or red fur, red beard, has a pattern of 4 oak leaves on his chest. And as far as Sylvan Daubers go, there's basically a rank order of oak leaves, 4 being the lowest of rank. So if you have none, then you have no rank.
So it's like reverse general.
Yeah. So then, and if you have 1 leaf, then you're the queen of all the Sylvan Daubers. So beyond that, there's not anything for you to know about this. You're kind of half prisoner and you're in a room. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ivy, how you feeling, girl?
I mean, they have like a low general guy. Like he's not that important guarding us, like this guy who came in. So I don't think they're afraid of us. I don't think they're trying to attack us. They're just they seem to just be kind of holding us.
Yeah, they want the dagger, right?
Yeah, they just want the dagger. I don't think they think we're a threat. I don't think they're going to go after us.
My bigger concern is that we need to be somewhere relatively quickly.
Yes.
Unless bad things are supposed to happen. I don't know if they're actually going to happen, but they're supposed to happen.
Right.
I'm a little worried that they don't know about this Majera guy either.
Do you think they know? Do you think they know about the wooden woman?
I don't think they do.
I would not think they do. No.
You'd think if anyone would know, they would know, which is weird that they wouldn't know.
Maybe.
But maybe they don't. I mean, we should. I don't know.
Perhaps we can use, like, they will want to know why we were in that tunnel. And so if that might be a way to gain information. I suppose if we have to be somewhere, they may be able to, I don't know, get there faster.
We could ask for their help.
That's
true.
true.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Because we know we want to handle somehow this evil tree lady and her machinations upon Dobberton. But
the guy. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying if we can convince them to help us, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy who delivered us the plate of like nuts and berries and stuff, is he still here?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you look out the door, you can see that he's kind of standing along one of the tree branches outside.
Fern will just kind of, like, while they're talking, just kind of waddle away from the conversation, lean against the door. He says, "Hey, hello, hey, son. Yes, you with the hair.
Yeah, you need to stay in the room. You need to stay in the room.
Do you have any meat?
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 Are you some sort of an animal?
Well, yeah.
No?
Biscuits quick.
We wouldn't have meat, not to eat at least. I mean, occasionally.
What do you use it for?
What?
No, he said not to eat. I said, well, what do you use it for?
Stay in the room.
Stay there.
So no meat. Okay.
You need more to drink. I can fetch some water.
Maybe I should try. Maybe I should go over.
He said, "Oh yes, maybe you're his type."
Two Rangers come back down the branch into Majera's room and grab him and drag him off.
Oh.
Unless you try to interrupt that.
Dragging Majera off? I mean, I don't think we can.
Okay. So
careful, he's kind of a wizardy type.
I didn't want to just like skip over it. I mean, you have a chance to.
Careful, he's kind of a wizardy
drag
type.
him off and
have fun. He's super evil. Bye.
Have fun storming the castle.
Out of character. How's Ivy doing?
I know. Am I still? How bad am I?
Well, you had damage.
Yeah.
So you still have that damage. And my understanding is when you level up, your max hit points are increased. You don't actually heal from that. So you still have as many hit points as you had
You
Okay.
have a bunch of good mushrooms that you can eat, which are not much, but they restore 1 hit point each. I think you have like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Eat 4 of those. Add 4 to whatever you had.
Also, the rest of the party has a bunch, so they can just give you all 10 if you want.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I have 2. You can have my 2.
Yeah, I got 2 as well.
Okay.
So how many is that?
There's 10
Yeah,
total for good berry.
Oh, okay. I only need
1
7.
on Majera,
Right?
remember?
I think I have 7 hit points right now, so I'll just.
You can
Right.
add.
Oh, we did feed.
9.
We did. Yeah, so 9. We did feed 1 to
Wake him
evil,
up.
evil guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get 9 hit points back via that, and you'll also feel very, very full.
Okay. I only needed 7, so I'm good.
Okay.
And now.
Right. Okay. So you're good.
Okay.
You can see Ivy's looking brighter, and it didn't heal her clothes, obviously, which I just think is an awesome sight because she's bloody. Don't forget the details. Okay. So right, yeah, were you going to try to talk to that guy some more, Ivy?
Yeah, I'll go over and just be like, hey, what are you guys doing?
I don't want to get in trouble. I'm supposed to let everybody know if you guys leave the room, and you're outside the room. You're close to the door. but
I'll
you're
back
inside
up.
the room.
I'll back up. I'm in the room, but like, just what's going on? What are you guys doing out here?
What's going on? Well, I don't know. They don't tell me these things, but
But you're a smart guy. I'm sure you guys.
out that the Tiger was here, and that Majera, that guy was trying to do something with it. But I'm just an errand boy.
Do you know where they're taking him? What are they doing with him?
Well, they're questioning me. What? Questioning him.
Good luck with that. He's a little crazy.
Sounds like a rat.
All right.
Okay. So in a few minutes after that, the red-haired guy and the black-haired guy return. The red-haired one is the one with the 4 leaves. And he comes to your door and says, would you be willing to discuss the events of the last few days as you've experienced them with us?
Will we be free to go after?
It's not my decision.
Whose decision is it? Because I think that will,
Can we talk to your supervisor?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, we're kind of like
we're having a meeting.
here.
Oh, I love meetings.
Yes, it's the council has chosen to discuss the situation. You guys are an unknown entity in this current state of affairs, and you've been invited to participate. We also are told, and under circumstances which we would believe to be credible, that you are in possession of Ember. Is this true?
No.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
I mean, there's a fire over there with some embers in it. Does that count? I assume just like a hearth.
I took some
you're gonna have to roll
amber.
deception.
Yeah, no, I was hoping you would ask me. I would like to listen to that, please. Beep. What I roll?
Oh,
no, super lame.
no.
Let's see.
no.
I can have high skills and low rolls all day long, guys.
No.
All right.
No.
That's with a +7.
Yeah. Ember is a very dangerous knife in the hands of the wrong people. And we don't think it should be in your hands. Come with me. We can discuss it. Maybe Adriel will have another opinion of this matter.
What was that name again?
Adriel?
Yes, I think we should talk. Let's talk. Talking sounds good.
All right, let's go talk.
Okay. Alrighty. So, you guys follow the 2, and let's have Ivy roll something. What would Ivy roll? Roll wisdom, Ivy. As you guys are walking, The red-haired guy is, very, very matter of fact. The guy with the dark hair is a little less so. He's more relaxed, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" He walks next to Ivy because she's a Sylvan Dauber, and you notice that he is really handsome. But you rolled well enough that it doesn't bother you any. So there's that. You guys then are led into up another sloping branch into a room that has, it's now starting to get dark, and it's a nice big flat space. And then around the outside, there's interwoven tree branches. So it almost looks like lattice work all the way around this room. In the center, there's a small chamber fire urn-like thing with a little fire dancing in it. And then there are 4 people sitting cross-legged around the fire. They are all older than you guys. And if I can get my thing to display correctly. You see one very old Sylvan Dauber with a long white beard. And as you walk in, he smiles in a gentle grandfatherly smile. There's also an older female Dauber. She has blue robes and braided silver hair, silver and black hair. Another man with bright brown eyes. You notice that it's almost like they're twinkling in the light. He has very expensive looking clothes that have holly and oak leaves embroidered on them. And another woman who you can tell she's wearing very simple clothes. They're just kind of slightly like a light green color, but you can tell that she's intentionally, not spending a lot of money and time in her appearance, though she doesn't look dirty or anything like that. It's just not her priority. And then there's the 5 floor. Huh? She's your mother? Yep. None of them are rats, though. So, and then there's the 5 rangers, the red and the black-haired, and then the other 3. So as you walk in, the one with the white beard smiles, like I said, and a grandfatherly says, "Hi, I'm Adriel, and I appreciate you coming to speak with us. We have a lot of concerns about this rat fellow. He's obviously not a rat. This madman who plays at being a rat. We need to discuss the events. To my left is Evelina." He indicates the one with black and silver hair. And the woman next, or the man next to her is Keeley. He's the one with the expensive clothes. And then Kira is the other with me here. We are the council, and they all have 4 oak leaves, except for Adriel has 3. You would also realize in a Sylvan pod like this one is very far from the capital. It's similar to where you lived, Ivy, there probably isn't anybody that has 2 in this area. So it's very likely that Adriel is the leader of this whole Sylvan pod. So, but you don't know for sure. And yeah, so please come sit down. I believe one of you has the dagger. May I see it?
So before we divulge who has the dagger, we don't want to be captured here, and we're on a bit of a schedule because some stuff is going down that we need to go, and maybe you can help us with it, but we just need to know that we're going to be able to leave here safely at the end of this conversation.
I understand your concerns, and I would like you also to understand mine.
That answer does not fill us with confidence.
I am responsible for all of the daubers in this tree, and they are my priority. I will see to their needs and their safety first.
And I will see to my party's needs and their safety.
I don't want to have to come in conflict with you.
We're not asking for conflict. We're just asking for the assurance that we're not going to be harmed when having this conversation with you and that we can leave at the end of it. That is not conflict. That is the opposite of conflict.
Well, we're not going to harm anyone. We wish to see the dagger. I want to confirm whether or not this is the dagger, Ember, or if this is just a random dagger that you found.
Adriel, is it right? Adriel?
Yes.
That's your name, sir?
Yes.
Just so you understand the situation that we're dealing with, you're dealing with a pod of Sylvan Dobbers in a tree. We're in the midst of trying to protect an entire city. The lives of everybody of Dobberton is at stake right now.
How so?
Surrounding this dagger.
Okay, so do you want the full story? Because should I tell them the full story or look at everybody?
Well, I think where we should start is, what, do you know why we were in those tunnels? Are you aware of this? You are forest folk. You know what goes on in the forest, yes?
Yes, we were tracking a walking fungus. We realized not too long after that he was actually following you.
You met my friend?
I wouldn't call him a friend.
Maybe not you.
Are you looking for the handout? We could pop him up there.
No, not the image. I was looking for my notes.
Okay.
But where I thought I put no names, but I can't find that. Because I wanted to see if I wrote down the name of the wooden woman.
Yeah, the only name you had was the Wood Sprite. That's what she called herself, and she didn't say anything else.
Then yeah.
Did not.
All right. Are you familiar with someone or something who calls themselves the Wood Sprite? About yay tall, comes with a big tree monster.
If you're talking about the woman in the swamp who is creating the walking fungus and other
you've met her.
Then I've not met her.
Oh, okay.
I'm not planning to meet her.
Well,
but
yes.
she can't. If you have the Ember, she cannot have it back.
Well, you see, she was the one who told us to find it, and then we found.
So you're working with her?
No, well, no, it was under duress. You see, she threatened to destroy Oakden if we didn't.
And so we were going to go back and confront her. Well, it's our concern.
Yes, no, not yours, maybe, but it's not really how negotiations work. Is this your first time? Are you new to this?
You knew.
I don't appreciate your tone. And the other four people kind of start talking and overlap each other. You don't really know what they're saying. But then he's like, and they all get silent.
No, we're not working with her. We were taken to her. See, I am particularly concerned with the rot that is setting in.
Okay.
Among my wood.
If I may. So here's what happened. We were taken out into the woods by a crazy guy. He liked metal a whole lot, right? And he's like, I know where some shinies are. And we were like, yay, shinies. And so he takes us to this tree sprite, right? Who is like, you're going to get this dagger or I'm going to destroy Dobberton. And we're like, we don't really want, or Oakden. And we didn't really want that to happen. But on the way out, we decided that we needed to figure out a way to make sure that she neither A, gets the dagger, or B, destroys any of our hometowns, because that would be a problem. So no, one, we're not working for her. Two, it's more important than this one tree because lots of Dobbers could die if she gets this. Three, she's causing the rot, and so we kind of want to stop that too. So I don't think we're working at cross purposes.
Also, there's the part where she may be the king's sister, I think.
Oh yeah, she might be the king's sister, but
oh yeah, and the crazy guy that you guys just took into custody, that's her boo.
Yeah, that's her boo.
What is?
Sorry.
He's
That's-
like,
that's- wait,
did you
that's-
switch
that's her
languages
bae.
on me?
That's Bay or Boo.
Her
Depends on where you're from.
betrothed. It's her betrothed.
It's City Dobber for Heartthrob. They are connected by their heartstrings.
Which is why we
Okay.
took him into custody.
Yeah.
So no, we're not working with her. We're trying to figure out how to stop her, but we have to do it within like the next day, or she's going to
9 hours, actually.
Oh, nice, 9 hours, or she's going to do whatever she's going to do, evil and magic-y, to our settlement, which is not so great. So if we
Well,
see,
We are in agreement that she shouldn't get the dagger back. So if you will just hand it over, we will keep it safe. We will lock it away, and no one will ever see it.
Right, but that doesn't solve our problem, you see.
Well, how
Because,
do we solve your problem?
well, that's why we brought up the woman. You see, if we don't give her the dagger, she destroys a town. If we don't show up, she destroys a town. If we give it to you, and he'll just like, eh?
She destroys the town.
Right. So,
get it,
I'm
If
good
you
at
give
this
it
game.
to
I got it.
her, she destroys everything.
right,
We didn't
right.
say we were going to give it to her.
So instead of
What we also didn't say, which is we're not quite sure if we should give it to you.
right. So what we're asking is, if you were to have it, how would that help solve our problem?
I don't think it would. It would.
Oh, well.
Would prevent the forest from being destroyed. It would help limit her ability to continue spreading this rot and decay. But you would have to deal with how she's attacking your city. That is outside of our concern.
Oh.
And Healy, the one
Can
with
I?
the
Can
fancy clothes, kind of speaks like, "Don't you think it would be wise for us to try to protect them? Is there nothing we can do to help? They are daubers too, even if they have round ears."
I like this guy.
And then they just
We're more
like
than-
start arguing. And
Please,
Ivy knows
please.
this is fairly common because the Sylvan daubers are so stubborn. If they have an idea, they just won't let go of it. So they just blah 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 blah.
Can
Go
I
on, Doc.
can I attempt to make a persuasion check to break in and make a little speech?
Yes,
Okay,
that would be excellent.
all right. Make a speechify. Persuasion. Boop. Make the roll. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not good.
you need?
Okay.
Hold on, wait. Switch me back from that. There we are.
Let the man speak. Keeley says.
We're not just daubers. Look at the four of us. We have a rat man working with us. We have a Sylvan Dauber working with us. We got that crazy guy who used to be a janitor but now's a city guard. We have me. This isn't just about one town. This isn't just about one group of daubers. We're working together and should show you that it's possible, even across our races, to make a real change here. We met a farmer on the way to find that dagger who's off by himself. He's a pumpkin farmer. His crop was dying. We gave him some of our essentially adventuring money to ensure that he was okay and that he would make it through the next winter. We are not here to hurt. We are here to help. We are here to stop this from happening. And we can do it together. And you can join us in doing it because together we're going to be stronger than her and whatever that weird tree thing is. You just have to trust us enough to let us make it happen.
Killed it. Awesome, buddy.
That's good.
I see what you're saying. You definitely have at least persuaded me that you are of good intentions, but that doesn't change my responsibility to my pod and to the forest. The forest at large, that's the forest that contains Dobberton, is being threatened. That dagger will not leave this tree.
Send
Whether
someone with
we help you or not is still to be determined, but the dagger stays.
Fern like turn and sort of like whisper into Tened's ear. I guess the other two nearby says, "Remember that thing we talked about? How it's not actually here. It's hidden. It's not in the tree."
Really? I clearly don't remember this thing we talked about.
No. He's like we had suggested it, so he's basically saying, just tell them.
Wink,
Oh,
wink.
Wink. So yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be dumb enough to actually bring the dagger to the tree with us, would we? No, we hid it before we came out to make sure that it was safe. And we, along with y'all, can go deal with Tree Lady, and then we will take you to the dagger.
This sounds hard to believe. We've had you with us. You've been in the custody, and he looks over to the other Dobber, the guard with the red beard. I mean, you had them in custody the entire time, right? Unless you hid it in your room. Do you want someone to go check your room? And
no one here.
Kind of motion.
I hid.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I hid some of my beef jerky in there, just in case we were sleeping over.
All right.
On the way here, I told your buddy that we didn't have it. He didn't believe me. That doesn't make it not true.
Where did you hide it?
Well, we stashed it in the cave because we defeated the people who were there and we weren't sure what we were going to do with it. So we're going to have a conversation, but we were kind of done being in the cave for a little while, so we're going to go outside, have ourselves a little conversation with Mr. like mechanical staff dude, and then figure out what to do with the dagger and him when we got surrounded by you and your fine friends. Well, your guards and their fine friends.
So I propose...
So you're willing to risk not being able to aid your city while we wait here, and I send someone to go find it.
I'm really good at hiding things. You could just trust me.
He says, how about this?
You aren't earning my trust with this discussion.
I have a very simple proposition. You have rangers? We have our own defensive capability. Together, we all go get the dagger and defeat this tree lady, and then everyone is happy.
This is where I was going. Good job. Right.
You won't be able to use the dagger against her if that's what you're suggesting.
I mean, we already did once.
Dagger, why don't you just let us examine it? We'll confirm whether or not it's...
Is it the one that could make the fire do the thing? Does the thing with the fire? Is that the one you're looking for?
And it has a very significant stone in it.
Yes.
And Ember with a liquid heart. Yeah, we've heard it like a million.
Yeah, we're there. Yep.
We're not saying no, that we're not willing to work with you, but we need a little something in return.
That's all.
That's it. That's all we're asking is for a little bit of help to save Dobberton, and then we'll discuss the dagger issue. We're not trying to keep the dagger. We're not trying to give her the dagger. We're not trying to do any of those things. We want to make sure no Dobber dies because of this. That crazy guy that you took into custody and this crazy woman in the woods.
What is your plan? You're going to go attack her?
We're going to go find out and see what we can do about it.
I mean...
That doesn't sound like much of a plan.
Listen, we haven't got this far with a whole bunch of planning. We're kind of like the seat of the pants kind of group.
Yeah, I mean, we had a plan, and then we were taken prisoner.
Yeah, see, that our plan was going great until you guys got involved.
I think the most important question here is, can we trust you?
We've already proved our capabilities. We've already proved our capabilities. You got a whole tree full of pot of Dobbers in here, and this guy was down the river a few miles away, and you never went in there and got the dagger that you claimed that you needed real bad. You let us do it. We're four misfits.
Hey,
we just
I'm a pretty
recently
good
found
fit.
out it was nearby.
He did. I'm sorry. I lied.
I don't need to defend myself to you.
So all right, so we've been kind of stressing this conversation a while. Does it seem like this dude is open to a deal, or are we gonna have to is he gonna
you can tell that he wanted to discuss this, but you're trying to trick him with the whole not having the dagger thing. Just keeps pushing him further away. So
how does he know we're tricking him?
I mean,
he doesn't know for sure, but he's not getting any indication from you that you're willing to to work with him. As you guys have locked down your ability to work with him. You're just asking for a guarantee back. And so, all right. Well, I don't know what to think of you. I know that this wood sprite is a threat, and I know that the dagger will only make her stronger.
Agreed.
But I don't wish for this to become an outright conflict. So I'm going to call for the council to vote. Are we going to do something about the conflict in Oak Den, about what the wood sprite has threatened, send help with you, or are we going to do what we should do, and that is watch out for ourselves? All in favor of helping these misfits? And you see that Keely and the older female with the long braided black and white hair both vote in your favor. And then those against, and then Adriel and the other two vote against. And so it's 3-2. At that time, the Sylvan Dauber with the long black hair just bursts into the room. Like he explodes into the room. And how could you? You're just going to let them die like you always do. You sit on your butt and you refuse to do anything about the rest of the world. There's more out there. There's more out there that we need to protect.
I like it.
And the guy with the red beard
that guy.
grabs him and pulls him away. Empty the room. Get everyone out of here. And they take you back to your room.
Is that guy with us? That new guy?
He's not taken with you, no.
Okay.
He's taken elsewhere, and I will do the show everybody.
Dude? Oh, that guy. Okay.
Nice.
So that's what he looks like. He's obviously not in that pose.
He's just... Are we done yet? Are we
Stand
good?
there all the time like that.
It's just stuck that way.
All right. So you guys are taken back to your room, and is there anything you do immediately upon getting back to the room?
Take my stashed dried jerky out from under the nearest cushion.
I thought you were bluffing when you said that.
I didn't know when we'd be back.
Nah. All righty. In a few minutes, the dark-haired Dobber shows up at your door and quietly comes in. I am Zyle, and
Hey, buddy.
I apologize for the inconsiderate behavior of my people here. They don't know what it's like outside of this tree. They think, I don't know. He claims to want to protect the forest, but it's the people in the forest, and I know others, and I want to help.
You want to help us escape? Because it doesn't seem like this conversation's going anywhere.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
What's the best way out of here?
Can any of you do something distracting?
Yes.
How distracting would you like?
Right. We're really good at distracting stuff.
Well, if you guys, make some suggestions. I will lead you out. I will show you the quickest and quietest path to take.
I can make a person not be able to move. I can make people like us. I can make a person laugh for a very long.
I can make a whole wall of darkness.
I can move stuff.
Would you like an entire room to be dark? I can do that.
Okay.
Like really dark. Very, very dark.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the other side of this branch. And he's talking about this. This is a big branch, so it's like,
Okay.
25 feet around the other
Are we
side.
talking like Ewok adventure kind of like
Yeah.
like bridges going across some
Super
trees?
big
We're on
tree.
Endor.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to draw the guards over that way. You cast darkness and meet me right down there. And he points outside the door down a slope into some where it looks like there's some bushes or something like that.
So-
it's pretty dark at this point.
So,
So, it's going to
we
be.
have to just get down. How high up in the tree are we?
You are quite a ways. You're like 50 feet up in the air, but where he's pointing is just like a small slope. He's like, you're just around the corner. You'd be out of visual range of the guys on this side.
Okay.
So get there. I'll meet you there, and then I can lead you out of here.
So, just for my own edification, sorry, that music's getting loud. The room that we're in, where that's coming from? The room that we're in is, is it like a platform, like, I guess, like the Elven platforms or the Ewok platforms, like there's no walls or roof, or is there, like,
No,
what?
this is a full room. So this is, I didn't describe it really well when we
Okay.
got here, sorry. But yeah, this is an enclosed room. Like I said, it feels kind of like a sitting room. It's got cushions and a table and, torches on the walls.
What are the ways in and out of it?
There's one door.
One door that leads out onto a branch?
Yeah. And that's
Okay.
the door that you're talking through right now.
Okay.
With
Are there any windows?
yeah. Yeah. There's one on either side, opposite or perpendicular to the door.
So all right. So we have a room here, branch going out of it, and he wants to essentially take the guards here and have us go the other way on the branch.
Right. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Yes. So he'll say, right. And then he'll turn to the group. He says, when he takes them, this whole hallway is going to be dark. No one can see through it. So you run that way.
All right,
Very good.
Got it.
check.
Okay. All right. So he just was talking to you 1 minute, and you don't hear a single sound, and he's not there anymore. He didn't vanish, but you're just surprised at how this guy can just move, walking on the bark and through the leaves and stuff like that, and there's no sound whatsoever. He goes around the corner, and a few minutes later, you hear a large crash. It's wood crashing against wood, and a voice sounds like a woman, kind of screaming, "Help! Help! Help! I'm trapped!" And you hear some people rushing over that way.
That sounds like our signal.
All right.
You
All
think she
right.
needs help?
With as soon as the noise starts happening, Fern will center a 15-foot area of darkness, basically on the encapsulating the door and 15 feet around it, so it's like a sphere, 15 feet from the door.
Okay.
Outwards. The darkness basically means that no one can see in through this passageway at all in any direction.
Right. And it's cannot be penetrated by torchlight and stuff like that, correct?
Magical darkness spreads from point you choose. The darkness spreads around corners. A creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate it.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay. So your darkness goes off, and
Also,
you guys roll stealth for me.
It says that the components are a bat fur and a drop of coal, so I imagine he just has a charcoal pencil and a bat, and he writes the runes on the back of the bat to cast the spell.
Awesome. Yeah. And
So what are we rolling? Stealth?
stealth. Yep.
Stealth coming up. Here we go.
And I'm going to give everybody advantage with the.
Oh,
with
thank
the,
God.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm super stealthy.
That's a little bit better.
My stealth is just +1.
All right. So you guys start moving down around the corner, down the slope into the dense area of tree limbs. You guys feel like you were quite stealthy. Throck not as much, but you're still fairly confident.
I can't help it. I hum all the time.
You just can't help it. You're
just
just
constantly.
Yeah.
right.
There's a chair somehow.
Yeah, somehow a chair is there. He trips on it,
Not
and
again.
then notices that the rocks are just rocks. And
Chairs are his favorite enemy.
right, yeah, favorite enemy. That's a ranger thing. So you get to the thicket, and Zyles just like pops in, like appears practically in front of you. It won't be long before they realize you're gone. So hurry.
No, I can keep that darkness there as long as I want.
All right.
Let's go.
Sorry about that.
Oh, see you then.
Yep. All right. So you guys follow him through trees, down under things, around corners, and you hear commotion up by your room now. Clearly, where did they go? They're gone. Somebody search. And that kind of thing. You hear a odd bird sound, and realize it's actually a horn. So it's like some vaguely disguised alarm, but if you're not in the area immediately, you'd probably just think it's a bird call. And you follow him for the next approximately 30 minutes until he brings you out into a slight clearing. It's still, you're in the forest, but you get to a clearing and it's dark now from being nighttime. You hear all the sounds of the forest, the crickets, the owls, a faint howling in the distance. All right, I think we've lost them for now, but it won't take them long to find our trail. You guys travel like a herd of wild, lizards. So where do you wish to go? What are we going to do next?
Gotta go to tree spread. Run out of time.
Yep.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have to get into the swamp.
How much time do you have?
8 hours and 22 minutes.
He's pretty exact all the time.
Yeah, but so this is up near Oakton?
Yes.
Yes.
That's 2 days from here.
Oh.
Can you ride? I have.
Right.
We could steal some deerits.
Yes.
Yes, I like the sound of that.
I'm willing to try.
Okay. So I'll be as quick as I can. Stay out of sight. He runs off. And
Duck
comes
down
back.
below the bushes.
I just go like this.
Just take a tree branch and hold it in front of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leaf.
Alrighty. So
You're so cute.
yeah, he comes back with 2 of these. They're harnessed, and didn't have a chance to finish the drawing, but anyway, you get the idea. And they're big, big enough that it would not be.
It's like a weasel with antlers.
Yeah, they could bear 2 people. You think 2 daubers? And so he comes back with those. So get on.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. All right.
All right. Do I
So-
grab the antlers? Is that what I'm doing?
No, don't do that.
No.
They're making very upset.
Okay, why do I do that? I want to make them.
Hold on to the pommel of the saddle, and then whoever behind you, hold on to the person in front of you, and they'll listen to me. They're not particularly tame, but they are helpful in battle.
I grab onto Dobby. Let's go.
Okay.
Not so tight. Not so tight.
All right.
I can breathe.
So these guys scamper off in the direction towards Oakden, and they're moving at a pretty good clip.
Whoa!
Yeah, and they bob and weave around the trees and the roots and all that stuff. And are you guys going to travel through the night? Is that the plan?
Yeah, we don't have much
Yes, we
time.
have to.
Yeah, we need to kind of push these things as fast as they can go. Mostly
Yeah.
because we have less than 1 day to get there. I don't know if 9 hours was exactly that was his guess, but I know we have a day.
All right.
So is he on one of these two? Does he have his own, or is he running, or
Fern?
how's that work? No.
All right. Yeah, I miscounted. He is on one of them. So one of them has 3 on it. 3 dobbers. I said 2 for each, but yeah. And that guy, they're moving as fast as they can, but that one definitely is burdened by it. And after a couple hours, Zyle says, "Hey, they won't be able to keep up this much weight for too long, but
Can
we
I
can.
inspire it?
We'll do the best we can."
Can I inspire it?
Can you inspire it?
I want
Like-
to be your beast of burden. And give it some little bit of extra love. Some zhuzh.
So
bardic
you
zhuzh.
definitely, this one of them kind of turns his ears toward you, and he's like a little that look that a dog gives you when it's like, you're my owner is home.
Yeah, the one that's carrying 3 people. I want to give it a little extra gas.
Yeah, we'll say you're on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 10 minutes. God damn it. Never mind. Keep going. I was
Okay.
like, there's a spell I want to cast, but it doesn't last.
Oh, okay. All right. So, you guys are traveling, and it's like, I know you guys want to get back there as quickly as possible, but we can't risk killing our mounts. And if I'm not mistaken, are you willing to face this creature, this dark sprite thing? I don't even know what they were talking about. They didn't tell me all the details. Without your mystical energy, spell slots.
He
Well-
has a point.
Here's the problem. We don't really know. We're kind of on a deadline, and it's not the whole getting captured thing kind of threw a wrench in a lot of things.
Gotcha. When did she say? I mean, what is the deadline? I don't understand.
So if we are not back to her with the Ember dagger before the twins and Starfather align, which is tonight
Tomorrow.
or tomorrow night? Tomorrow night, I guess would be by tomorrow night.
Okay.
She's going to attack.
Okay. All right.
Do something horrible.
Okay.
And maybe a bluff. Who knows? There's only 2 of them.
Well, I'll do whatever you want me to do, but I don't know exactly how far we're going. But
GM, how much time do we have? Like realistically?
like realistically, you've got all day tomorrow.
Oh,
And-
well, let's rest.
So we can afford a
Oh,
rest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give us some time to talk about.
Even
planning.
though he did say,
And
he
with
did
my
say it was
mounts, you can get there in 1 day versus 2 days. So
we're gonna, if we rest, we're gonna get there basically just at the deadline.
yeah.
Okay.
We need it.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
We need to come
We
up
need
with a
to
plan,
recharge.
though.
Okay. So, I don't know how much of that conversation was in character or if you were just kind of discussing things as players. So he's going to keep pushing forward
Yeah.
until you guys direct him to stop.
Halt.
Okay.
Halt.
All right. So you
can
guys
we-
find a decent place to make camp. Hmm?
Yeah. No. I was just gonna ask if we could, but it's not. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna affect anything.
Okay.
So don't worry about it.
You find a place for camp. He says, I need to find some food for these guys, and he ties them to a tree and then disappears into the forest for a bit.
Hey, do you think we can trust this guy?
He helped us escape and he got us this far.
He
Yeah,
did.
I think
He
we
did.
can.
I don't know if we can trust him forever.
That's what I'm a little worried about. Once the
Whatever
dagger.
type of trust.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about this dagger?
I believe the elder when he right said that we will not be able to use it on the tree sprite. But the tree sprite has a giant flammable friend made of wood.
That's true.
So maybe part of the plan is to use a dagger on the giant flammable friend. Well, we do what we can.
Ivy, have you figured that thing out yet? Do you know how to make it work again?
The
I don't.
Yeah, so you could attune to it, and probably figure out what it does. My only guess is that it requires fire in order to control fire.
Okay.
And based on your natural 20, going all the way back to that roll when Shannon rolled it,
Yeah.
What Fern just said sounds really plausible. Like you're just like, oh yeah, when I picked it up, the fire followed it, and then I blasted the guy. So that's what you think's going on.
Okay.
All right.
Do we really want to fight this lady? Or we want to
Well,
trick
hang
her?
on. Now that I've had enough time to attune to that staff,
Oh yeah. What does a tuning actually take? I forget.
Nothing.
30
It's just a short
It's
rest.
just time.
yeah,
Okay.
You can
Okay,
attune to a
so-
maximum of 3 items, I believe.
3 items.
Okay.
Unless you have the feat. that allows
So you attune to the staff, and that allows you to understand. You find that there's a way you can hold the staff, and you can kind of twist it. And when you do that, it kicks the next stone into the center.
Okay, does
What
it do
do
any?
you-
Because if he attunes to it, I believe he gets all of its magical properties.
He
I
just
do.
knows it. He knows it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you
I
that
have
one.
spent my will to attune myself to it, and it attunes to me, and so we're kind of it's a magical
Right.
symbiosis.
Otherwise, if you don't want to
Alright.
spend the rest to attune, you use a spellcraft, an Arcana check, or an Identify spell.
Yeah, I would like an Arcana check also.
Sure.
I have to find the right thing.
And just if it matters,
I
while he's
can't
doing
roll
that.
to save my life,
Oh,
Oh no!
but I did attune to it, which lets me know what it does.
Right. If it matters while he's doing that, we probably have the other junk. No, did they take the other junk from that guy, or do we still have that other junk from that guy?
Yeah, that stuff they ended up taking back because it was too hard to hold on to.
Okay, fair enough.
Or I mean, Throck, you had to carry it around. Like, I mean, you didn't
Yeah.
have a
Oh,
bag
yeah,
of
yeah,
holding or
yeah,
something to put it in. So unless you're willing to
Nope.
retcon that.
Nope.
All right. So this is what you get. You realize that each stone casts a different series of spells from different schools of magic. But based on that roll, you don't know what they are, but you feel like if with more time, you'll start to figure that out.
Can he cast the spell without knowing what it is?
He can wave it around. He can put the right stone in there and
Like,
try to-
yeah. So, like, if he equipped a stone, could he, in theory, cast, and then whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen?
Yep.
I'm
He could
gonna
in theory do that.
turn it to blue because blue doesn't sound like a threatening one to me. And this is
Very-
the
very
horror
right
one.
Very
now.
sound logic. Very sound logic.
And I'm gonna take about a 10-foot walk into the forest where I'm not super close to anyone. And I'm gonna go blue and see what happens.
All right. Okay. Let me look it up real quick.
While he's doing that, I'm making up camp.
Okay, so yeah, this doesn't have a visual element.
But as a magic user, I know when something I'm casting is casting magic, right?
Right.
And
So
being attuned, I would know the spell
you
effect is.
swing the staff forward, and you
Yeah.
feel like a little bit of a ripple of energy come off of it. There's no visual element to it, and you feel like magic has been dampened by it.
Is it the spell? Because that would be sweet.
Yeah, you still rolled a 7 earlier, so we're gonna stick with that roll while you're playing with it until tomorrow.
Okay. We're gonna put the spell ?
Blue is all right. So this is how works. Blue is counter. Black is
spell. Yeah, counter spell.
yeah. Well, counter. Yeah, counter or mill. Red is direct damage or tokens.
Oh, I see where you're going. Yeah. Okay.
White is life gain. We know this. It's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blue,
Okay.
orange, red, black, and green are the stones it has.
Orange, and then I go orange
All right.
at a tree. I pointed at a tree like 20 feet from me because orange is one of those fiery ones. And
Yeah.
so orange and red are the ones, and black are the ones I'm worried the most about. So
All right.
we're going to target a little bit further away.
Okay. So you swing the staff down again, and in the direction that you point it, you see it almost resembles like in Back to the Future where the flame tires like kind of appear out of nowhere and it leads into a stripe, except it's not flame, it's grease. So it's just like and
Interesting.
now it's splattered on a tree.
Okay, so now I have to do it next because you have to. I'm going to target the grease splurch red.
With red.
Red! Because I think red might be
Magic
better.
missile.
Oh, really? It's just magic
Yeah.
missile? Okay,
Magic
great.
missile. I mean, that one's just is what it is.
Okay. Magic missile. Okay, then black. Missile. Black could be like necromantic or something terrible. Is there a bush? I pointed at a bush. See if
Okay.
it wilts it or something. Black.
All right, the leaves on the bush go.
I love how you yell the color.
Black.
I know. I'm so excited. These are going to be the power words. By the way, these are my command words now.
This is
so-
more fun than I've had since last Wednesday. Anyway, go
Wilty
on.
magic. I'm calling it Wilty magic.
Wilty.
Yeah. And then at the same bush, green.
Okay, I don't know what this is gonna do.
I'm hoping
on.
it's healing magic, and then it would go bloop. That would be perfect, though. That would be poetic.
What?
So I've got some sort of dispelly, counterspelly thing, mill, and then grease.
All right. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Sorry.
Why not? It doesn't do anything.
No. I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, so you sling this at the bush, and there's no visual effect.
Green. Does it? Can I get a sense of what school it's from? Is there a feeling of magic?
There is a feeling of magic. It feels like there's no way I could describe what it feels like because you're just casting on an object that would not be able to receive it. So it's just like you can tell that you can be like, oh,
Whap whap. Okay. Okay. Question mark. Question mark. Okay. I'll walk back to the camp. I've got a magic staff.
Yep. And you also realize that each stone has one use per something.
Which is why I did it before I went to sleep, because if it's like magic, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. You come back to camp, and what's everybody doing when you walk in?
Did you have fun?
Yes, I did. In fact, it was great. I have a magic staff. I don't know what one of the things does, but I have a pretty good idea of what the other ones do, and that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I saw you over there yelling rainbow colors and stuff.
Yes, I was.
Sweet. All right.
So does Ivy know anything about the dagger itself, or just like what we think it does?
Yeah. No. There's no more information she would have unless she was privy to it from some other source.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So other than that, I assume we just kind of get some rest, make some food.
Yep. Give me one more Arcana roll, Throck, for your seeds.
Okay. Oh, for the seeds. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking for you a little bit.
Yeah. Boop. That's better.
They are the equivalent of Sylvan Dauber scrolls.
What? Okay. What do they do?
I'm gonna tell you if you promise to role play it out like in some sort of
Oh, I'll roleplay the hell out of it.
yeah. So like you wouldn't literally know these words, but you would just somehow describe. I have a sense that this does this and this does that.
Oh, that's pumpkin. It's obviously the pumpkin spice spell. Yes.
Right. And how do I send a
Create
message?
latte +5.
Dang it.
Okay.
Curses.
I have all the magics.
There we go.
Oh, neat. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, fascinating. Okay.
So you realize you throw them.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what the second one is. I'll have to look that one up.
Oh yeah, that's actually a spell from the school of the school that Majera and the other people studied. So you don't know what that is.
Okay.
It's defensive. You would know that. It's not offensive.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. Are you guys going to take a watch? Zyle offers to take one of them.
I will say, as an Ohioan, having Buckeye be what it is makes me very happy.
What's that?
Having Buckeye be a positive spell makes me very happy as an Ohioan.
Oh, right, absolutely. Yes. Very good.
I'm not going to tell what they are until I use them.
I hope
you're not going to share them either because you control all the magic stuff.
I sincerely hope that is like Entangle, but with like wheat grass. It's like an instant field of wheat.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No, seriously. Is anybody taking watch?
Yeah. Dolby will.
Probably
All right.
All right.
All right. So Dolby and Zyle can take 1 4-hour watch each, unless somebody wants to take more. And each, if I can get 2 D12 rolls.
D12.
D12.
I don't want to fight. I don't want to wait
12?
for the night to be over.
All right. Are you on first watch?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And I'll roll the one for Zyle. Is it /roll?
/roll/R, whatever you want.
Space. Yeah.
Cool. Very good. So now we know what that is. So while everyone's sleeping soundly, the deerets are purring in their tree. Oh, who did that? That was great. Yes, that's exactly what they sound like from now on.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to record that and put it in a little chip in the card when I make the game.
You should.
I should. And but Dolby's kind of pacing around the very small embers of the fire. It is getting a little cold, by the way. So there's a little bit of uncomfortable coldness in the air. And you hear something coming towards your camp through the woods.
All right. I will nudge Tenon. Oh, boy.
What?
I think there's something coming this way.
What?
I'm not sure. That's why I woke you up. I heard it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Zyle. Did you hear that, Zyle?
Yep. So he wakes up. He's like, "Oh crud." I think
What's in this part of the forest?
Yeah, he's whispering. I'm not because
my
mic needs me to be louder. He's like, "Okay, everyone, we've got to move. I think that's a wolf. They can smell us. We're too many, too close packed together, and they hunt on smells like this, and we're just a beacon."
One wolf. One wolf or many wolves?
I can't tell. It doesn't sound like very many. What do you got? We can fight it, but they're not easy.
If we move, are they just going to follow us?
There's a good chance. I mean, we have, with the deerets and with 5 of us, we're just a beacon of smells, and that's the way the forest works.
We need our rest.
I have an idea. Give me 1 second here.
I'll wake up Ivy too at this point as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Second.
Shh, quiet. We think there's a wolf.
I
Yep,
I-
definitely
You
a wolf.
hear,
Yep.
you hear the growling from through the leaves. You see a little bit of eye shine behind some going.
can I
Burn.
wild shape into a wolf?
A small one.
It's a right. It's just a medium wolf. So Sierra 1-4. It's up to you whether it be small. It's a medium creature.
It's going to be smaller than a typical wolf, but not by a lot. You know, it could be a juvenile.
We know where
What
it is.
about a giant wolf spider?
What?
That's also a medium creature.
Yeah, it's.
Well, if you can become a wolf, we could just ride you out of here.
Yeah.
There's a
No,
lot
it only lasts
of-
for an hour.
Yeah, there's a lot of range in medium, at least the way I interpret it. There's a lot
Right.
of range. So,
So a medium creature is generally occupies a 5 by 5 square, but it doesn't mean it's 5 by 5. But
Right.
a human is a medium sized creature. So
yeah. And daubers are small plus or medium minus. So whatever that is. So let's roll initiative unless you're going to do that. Before.
yes, I will try the wolf thing.
Okay.
I'll try it. And if not, I'm a wolf. Who cares? Whatever.
I'm a
Awesome.
wolf.
All right. So he's just gonna expend his. Now, bear in mind, this is gonna mean that for the day, I'm down 1 wild shape, but I'm fine with that.
All right.
He's gonna expend his charge. He's going to turn into a wolf, and if this thing is coming out of the bushes, be right like there, facing it, and
Okay.
growling.
Okay. So, yeah. So when you step over in that direction, so you're intercepting his path, he does come through the bushes just in like as if he's going to attack, and he lands his paws into the dirt and stops right in front of you, and he looks you right in the eyes, nose to nose, and it's about like this.
Right.
So he's here, you're here.
Can I cast a spell while they're paused?
Hmm?
Can I cast a spell while they're paused at each other? Paused, get it? Sorry.
Cast a spell or cast dispel? What did you say?
One spell. Can I cast
Oh.
one spell while they're staring at each other? As it seems like we have an extra second. Like he bought us a little time.
Yeah. You've got a second before, and he's not attacking yet. And he was going to. He was going to eat. He's hungry.
Yeah. I get.
The dudes
I
are
walk
now
up.
pulling against the tree that they're tied to. And
Hey,
Zile's
hey, Wolf! Hey, Wolf! I just read a book about beavers. It was the best damn book I ever read. And I cast Tasha's hideous laughter on it.
Can I do that?
Does that work on animals?
It's
A
hilarious.
creature of my choice finds
But I
whatever
thought-
I just said, which is one of the worst dad jokes of all time.
I know, that was great.
You're welcome. Finds it hilarious and funny and falls into fits of laughter.
What's the one that they have to have an intelligence of a certain number?
4 or less isn't affected.
4 or less is
Not
not affected?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not affected. I'm sorry.
Ooh!
Yeah, wolves
It's a
are
3.
3.
Okay.
So,
Hey, buddy, I thought it
all
was
right,
good.
now we'll roll initiative.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
I rolled a 4.
Initiative. Let me go ahead and roll it. We don't have a wolf image, do we? Let me see if I can.
No, I mean we can just grab any old wolf.
Any
Oh,
old
man.
wolf.
This is so cool. And you've got the fancy thingy.
Wolf.
Look at those initiatives. So we've got.
Let me
we've got-
roll. Let me roll 1 second. What is a wolf? Wolf is just gets its dex, so that's +2,
Burn wolf.
+3. There we
Nice
go. 12.
Alrighty, so it is Board Game Girl. Then it is Aspirin. Then it is Dolby. And Throck. Is that a
'Cause I
1?
can't
No,
roll
you're
to
still
save
going
my
before
life.
the wolf, though, and then the wolf.
Oh, nice.
He's just stunned by this other wolf being there. So,
Okay.
but he's very angry about it. Because now he's afraid he's going to lose his lunch. Oh, and Zyle. Oh, I didn't roll for Zyle.
Oh, for Zyle, he seems really good.
Right. Zyle's first. Okay. Zal's got a 22. So
Okay.
he's pushing back the Deerits and just really quickly just pulls out and shoots a arrow over that way. I need to pull up his stats though, so I know about them. Stand aside, crazy rat wolf person.
He knows him so well.
Yeah. All right, and he hits for some damage. All right, very good. That's our first damage. It's a hit. Hits him in the shoulder. The arrow kind of doesn't lodge very deep. Now, to Board Game Girl, what do you do?
I was, as soon as I heard that growling, I kind of hid back. So he didn't see me. So I'm going to try to sneak attack and use my. How far am I from him? Like, can I?
Right, you guys are in a very small clearing. It's just big enough for you guys to have a fire, eat your food, go to bed, and that's it. And the deers are even tied on the outside of it. So everything is within 15 feet.
Okay. So can I sneak attack and use the dagger, the Sylvan dagger?
The Sylvan dagger? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do that. Sorry, I did it twice.
Okay. Well, you definitely hit. So you find yourself right beside this very large, dark brown wolf. He's got some age on him. Now that you're close enough, you can see he's got some scars here and there in his skin underneath his fur, and he doesn't feel or sense you coming at all. And you thrust that dagger into him. So
Thrust
damn
it.
it.
Okay, so I
just click on your dagger right
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
And it'll pop up the damage. There you go.
I also get, for sneak attack, I get the 2d6s too.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep.
That's where I was going.
Yep.
It should be 2d6 now.
Okay. Let's roll another one.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. So you thrust the dagger into him, doing a total of, it's like 13 damage. Am I doing the math right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
15 damage. And
Yeah.
it just digs right into him, and you cut into him a little bit with more effort there. And next. Rah! He's angry. Fern.
Okay. Fern is in wolf mode, so he has advantage on attack rolls against a creature that has at least one of the wolf's allies within 5 feet. So I have my pack tactics.
Yeah. Your pack against a wolf, but your pack is not wolves. It's very confusing.
No, it's but I am the alpha. Is what's important here. Okay. He is going to make a bite attack, I guess, because that's all he can do. 1d20
So roll with advantage.
plus 4. Yeah, hold on. 2d20 K1 plus 4.
Carry the 1, divide by 2.
It's a 16 to hit.
Okay. All right. You hit. You bite right into his neck. You guys are, and you just grab him.
All right. That's gonna be 8 piercing damage, and it must succeed a strength saving throw.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
He easily just pulls away. He's much
All right.
stronger than you expected. And he looks back at you and growls. His eyes are super intense. But you said he's the alpha. So are you trying to alpha him? Are you?
No, well, I said I am. I'm of
I
this
know.
pack.
I know. Of this pack. But are you trying?
I mean, he's definitely trying. Like, the goal was originally to get this wolf to back down, right? But if he wants to fight, like, Fern will fuck him up.
Right. Well, maybe now that you bit him, he's willing to.
You want me to make an intimidation check?
Intimidate him.
Okay. Wolf's intimidation. I don't know what the wolf's intimidation would be. Or intimidation is charisma, right?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
So it's at a -1. It seems like that would be higher, but Or it's a -2? Maybe the charisma.
-2.
When you polymorph, don't you keep your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, but take the strength, dex, and con from the
Possibly.
I think you're right. That
I think
sounds.
yeah.
I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah, you
for...
tend
Hold
to
on.
keep your
I'm checking right now.
Yeah,
Wild
I can
shape.
look at wild shape, right?
Oh yeah, I don't know specifically for wild shape.
I'm looking. Your game statistics are replaced, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Nice.
Okay,
so roll your
fantastic. My charisma is only an 8.
All right, it's one better though.
Yeah.
But you're a rat,
Right.
except you're a wolf. You're a slightly more charismatic wolf.
Right.
You're more intimidating as a rat than a wolf.
That's a straight 10.
All right, no effect. Dolby.
Okay. I'm going to play with some new toys now. So I'm going to attack with my longsword. So I'm going to run up next to Fern. So I'm side by side with Fern, and then I'm going to use my swing with my longsword for a 14.
Yeah, and the AC. Ooh, make purchase. You feel like he's you just barely hit him solidly enough to do any damage.
Okay.
Got in there.
So I am going to. We're all set to use our new level stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to use a superiority dice to do a goading attack. So I get to roll my damage first. So it's 7. And then I get to roll another 1d8 to add to the damage. 1d8. So that is now 15 damage. And now he has to roll a wisdom saving throw. And on a failed saving throw, and the DC is 12 for that, by the way. If he fails, if he attacks anybody else but me, it's at disadvantage. It's basically a taunt.
Okay, gotcha. Right. So imagine, if you will, he bursts into the camp. There's some growling. Zyle hits him with the arrow. Board game girl, Ivy appears out of nowhere and just thrusts her dagger deep into his side. Fern bites him in the neck, and then you come up with a very solid blow right into his chest area, and he is bleeding all over the place, and now he's got his eyes locked on you. He's mad and hurt and a little freaked out.
Careful,
Bring
Dolby.
it. I'm okay. I got this. He's like a big pile of dirt. I'm just sweeping him all up.
You're just gonna clean him right up. Just clean him right up.
Cleaning it.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm cleaning him up. Yes.
It's you, Throck.
All right, I'm just gonna go up and stab him.
Nice.
Straight up. Boop.
No subterfuge necessary.
Nothing. Just put a knife in him.
My goodness, guys, we've got the dice on our team tonight.
Yes.
You're gonna do
Yeah. Now we
geez.
do. We needed them. We needed them now. Man, we were going crap earlier.
What's up?
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you stab him. I'm gonna say on the other side, opposite of Ivy, and he yelps. He's like, yeah! Not, but in dog, wolf noise, not Daryl noise. Yeah, he's spraying blood everywhere. He is going for his turn to flee, because that was not what he bargained for. So you get an opportunity attack if.
Woo! Opportunity attack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to.
We've come this far.
Before wait, Nick. Yeah, it would be an initiative order still, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. That's right.
So yeah, Dolby would be before. So you miss, Dolby.
Yeah.
Rock, you do not miss. Boop. All right. Describe how you kill this running away wolf. He was just hungry.
Yeah, you got more than he bargained for.
He did.
I'm not a
As
dinner.
he goes, as he goes to turn, I make it quick and as painless as possible because he's a beast of the forest. He's not inherently evil. And I just go straight for the throat and just pierce it and hope he goes down quickly and quietly.
Yeah. So he's turning to run. You just catch his throat and just clean cut. And he turns and then just falls and kind of poofs into the leaves and dirt and lays there. He twitches a bit and then goes still. You notice through the faint light of your fire the dark earth spreading around him.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to think wolves were way tougher than they really are.
I mean, he was pretty tough.
I don't know. I mean,
We just
you
did-
guys did like 60 damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Zyle,
Okay.
It's your game. What's next?
Zyle, should we move a little away from camp here? Do you think the smell of the wolf will draw others, or do you think the smell of the wolf will actually dissuade others from coming over this area?
No, we should be fine.
I think you're right. That's a very astute observation. We might probably be safer with that corpse here. But
Gross.
gross indeed. I'm going to try to get some more sleep before my shift.
Yeah, let's get.
I think it's my turn to go to sleep now, Throck. Or 10. You just went back to sleep and left me back up to guard
Yeah,
again?
immediately.
All right.
Yeah.
Night.
Guess I'm guard.
All right. So you do pass through the rest of the night without incident. Morning comes, and you guys wake up.
Oh, that wolf stinks.
It does stink, and there's a little bit of frost on your nose.
Cold.
Get that off.
Oh, some nipping at your nose.
All right, Zyle gets up. He feeds the deerets and combs them down and does carrying the things with them. They're not feeling great after how hard we rode them last night, but they're ready to go if you guys are.
Are they gonna make it?
They're going to make it, but I'm just warning. I'm warning you that we don't want to kill them.
No, that's not it. No, not at all. They're too damn cute. I gotta rub his head in.
Just don't touch the animals.
We
I don't want to touch it. No.
Now, I certainly know this, but well, actually, before I ask him a question, did we already establish that we don't really know much about the moon phase thing that's supposed to be happening tonight?
It's a harvest festival, essentially. It's the festival after the harvest festival.
I mean the actual mechanics of it. Like, is there does it happen like at midnight? Does it happen earlier? Like, how long does it take?
Right. Yeah. No. All you know is that it's just a thing that's supposed to happen this night. You know, when it's discussed in Civilization, it's not about the actual alignment as much as it is that it's another day to go out and have mini revels.
Okay.
Drunken. It's a drunken day.
Well, you know, whatever they're drinking. Lots of tea and coffee and things.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we need to be at the swamp by nightfall.
Yes.
I think we can make it. I mean, I don't know where the swamp is, but if we'd be getting near Oakden. I think if we go at full speed all day.
Well, the swamp is
The easiest thing is just to follow the water back.
right. That's what I was gonna say. There's water, and then there's a smaller water, and it flows from the swamp.
And a dead troll.
There's a troll on a bridge.
There might be a dead troll.
Might
He
still
said.
be.
You come to the stinky troll. Can you describe this waterway? Because you guys just like took off north from the Sylvan Pot, so
Right.
you're not on that waterway.
Well,
I might recognize it. Are there any landmarks?
It's a creek, not really a river. It's not a big river. It's like a brook.
This might help. So the river where we were captured,
Do you know that
Well-
one?
Yes.
runs into it, and there is a large arcing tree over where the river branches off to it. That's
Well, we
kind
went
of
through.
that we
Yeah.
went through. It's like an archway there.
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
It passes by some farmland.
So if we get back to that main river, we can probably make our way back, I'd imagine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think it's any points, and so just if we just go that way for 1,000 paces or whatever, so you guys make on your way. For this part, just interrupt me if there's something you want to do or say. So you get on your way. He leads you back to a waterway. You're pretty confident it's the right one, and you guys are just moving down it, single file in the water with the deerets. It's just the two deerettes. And you're trucking along. Okay, and it's starting to get dark.
As we're riding, or as we're
Yeah.
kind of making our way, Fern will just ask our companion says, "So about your friends back at the tree, they're going to be hunting us, yes?
Yes.
Huh, right. And you're running from them.
I have a girl. She's an oak den.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
I'm gonna write a poem about this. This is great. You ran away to help a merry band of adventurers defeat an evil just to meet your girl. I love it. I will
Well,
write your story.
I hope it ends in many years, with lots of little ones running around our feet.
I will write your
But
story until you meet her. We'll get
That's
the
kind of hard.
happily ever afters. Happily.
Right, happily ever after. So yeah, her name is Talia, and
Oh yeah.
I know her, and I know her friends and her family, and we've just been we've been close for a long time now, and I don't understand why my kind and the Dobbers don't get along better. I mean, it's not like we're enemies, but
No.
there's just always all this tension and disagreement, and I've had enough of it. So if they hunt me and I have to fight them, I will. But they're good people. I want you all to know that. They are only trying to do what they think is right. And I think saving Oakden is right. And yeah. And
They didn't seem horrible.
No, they've had us.
and Adriel he thinks that he can save, that his responsibility is just to that part of the forest, and that the queen will help when it gets bigger than he can handle.
Mhm.
Well,
But this is what helping looks like, I think.
Well, once we are into the swamp and back in the range of Oakden and the territories, I assume you will be sheltered from their hunting.
I think so. The people I've met in Oakden, I don't think will shun me too bad. I mean, are you from there? And he, specifically you, Fern.
Well, it's a long story. I live near there. I have a little house in the tree, and I grow my mushrooms and my mold and my fungus and moss. At that I take care of people when they come to my door looking for help. It's a quiet and simple life. Well, I don't do that anymore because now I do this, apparently.
All right. Well, I suppose if you can get along there with,
Well, they
decent
don't really
life.
like me too much, but that's okay. I keep to my own.
All right. Maybe Talia and I will move in next to you.
Oh, there's a fallen log right next door. You can use that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
I'll give you. I don't know if Talia really is into fallen logs. I think we want living tree to build our home in. But all right. So anybody else want to chirp in? Okay. So you guys follow the creek, and it is much like you remember it. You might, whether it's subconsciously or actually true, feel like the smell of the rot is a little stronger in the water at this point than it was last time you passed here. You go under the arch tree and follow it north until you get to the bridge where the troll was. It looks like it's been scavenged, the body.
The whole thing?
Well, no, I mean it's still there. It's just it's not as big as it once was. It's been chewed on.
Don't worry about
But
it.
there's nothing there at the moment. A couple birds fly off as you get close.
Birds.
And you ride again, tromping through the water until you get back to the area. If you remember, there were several. You're getting into the bog area, so now you're not just as much in a creek as you are in an area where the water appears to be flowing in this direction, but all of the ground is kind of wet and soppy. It's really uncomfortably cold. Fortunately, your deerets are in the water for you at the moment. And you get back to the water. Really, it's a bit kind of late afternoonish. The sun's not at full height, but you get there. You see the smog, or not the smog, the scum that's on the top of the water. Lots of little yucky flies flying around, but large gray and stinky mushrooms. Lots of piles of leaves that are black with rot and decay. The trees in this area are discolored. They're darker than they should be. The bark is sloughing off of them. And you see the huge root ball that you think is just a tree, except it's in the same spot where that big tree monster stood up. I mean, but it just looks like a big tree that's fallen down and the roots are all up and fingery. Other than that, it's quiet.
Does that tree look rotted at all? The one that you're talking about, the root ball?
Yep.
It looks rotted, like it's no longer.
It looked rotted when it stood up too, just to clarify.
Oh, okay. When it stood up and got in my face? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that she was riding on top of.
Yep. So Zile's like, now what?
Maybe we call for the tree sprite?
Yeah, maybe. Is there any thing?
Well, that is bad.
Wait,
The ball
What?
thing is actually very likely some sort of like tree beast.
tree beast,
Yes.
like some sort of a construct or something.
Animated tree beast, or at least it was last time we were here.
Okay.
Yes, it's like a giant, it's like an animal, but made of wood.
A wanimal.
A animal.
Oh, animal. Excellent. Always wanted to.
A
Daryl?
woodimal.
There, real quick. The isn't from. I'm trying to remember back to when we first met her. There's some sort of cliff face or something that we're at. Is that true?
No. Okay. So all the land kind of slopes down into this area, other than some of the fingers of water that are leading out of it. From where you guys are coming in, on kind of the northeast side, there was a rock outcropping, and then on the west side was the root wall. So you guys came in and you ended up kind of standing on this rock outcropping where you could look out over the water. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Because I remember Tin, or whatever his name was, he kind of fell over or something.
Right. Yeah. So if you went
Right.
further up east, you would. There was that tree that he went in between. There's the V that he jumped over and tripped.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So and how far away is that from where we are?
That's on up the hill. That's 100 feet. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in a valley, kind of. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not steep because it's this boggy, wet ground. That everywhere you step, you sink 4 inches into wet leaves.
Okay.
Unless you're like on a rock or on a stump or on something that's kind of sticking out, and there's plenty of that. I mean, it's just yeah, it's all difficult terrain. All right. So yeah, there's just bugs flying around, and you guys now standing here.
I really don't like
kind of sniffing. Yep.
bugs everywhere.
Or just call out. I don't know if she's here.
Should we move away from this like root ball-y thing just in case it like comes alive again when we call her? Should we get like around it before we try to get her?
I mean, well, she was here on top of it last time.
That's true.
Do I just yell for it? You want me just to yell, hey, lady? Hey,
Fern will
lady.
just take his stick and just boom, boom, boom on the tree thing.
Oh,
On the tree thing.
Brilliant. Well thought out.
just hit it.
Wake up the giant tree beast.
Do it
Okay.
live.
All
Yeah,
right.
right.
Yeah. So nothing happens. You hit the wood, and it's surprisingly hard. Some dirt poofs kind of falls off of it.
I think it's asleep.
Let's call out for him.
Yeah.
Hey, one sprite lady.
Hey, you guys.
That's what I was shooting for.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, nothing happens. You have
Toby
a
love
sense
chunk.
that it looks different than it did last time you were here. And
Can I?
like when you saw her, you realized it was darker and there was the glowing purple stuff going on from the other things and whatnot.
Can I make a perception check?
Sure.
I just want to start looking around the area, see if what's different, and maybe there's a way to find her.
Nice.
All right, great.
I rolled above a 10. Yeah.
Yay. All right, so the things that you thought were rocks, in fact, are what I described before. So I'm kidding about that because that was with the rocks thing. But yeah, so you notice that like the big gray mushrooms that were here before are all in different places, slightly.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the big tree root thing is in a different place, slightly. You notice there are a couple other piles of leaves and things that you didn't remember seeing before. And these piles of leaves look like they're also kind of full of roots and other kind of sticks and bark and chunks of wood. And all these things are not new, but everything has been shifted around a little bit. And it's starting to get dark. You can see just a very faint bit of that purple from the mushrooms. Yeah? Fern?
Group huddle.
Okay.
Hey, wait. What's up?
This thing is asleep. Suppose someone were to put a lot of fire, like right on top of it right now,
I like this idea.
and then that fire stayed there.
I like it.
Okay.
That's it. That's your plan.
Because I think what happens.
Well, I mean, when it wakes up, it'll be also in the fire, and then I don't think it can move very fast, so it won't be able to get out of the fire. And it's the best I can do.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
There's two parts. Second, I kind of want to talk to one of them, and he's pointing to the mushrooms.
Do you have a way to talk to fungi?
I mean, I just usually just introduce myself.
This will be interesting. Go ahead.
Sure, good. We should see that.
But yeah, you should totally light the big giant wood thing on fire.
First or second?
100% first. I'm 100% in favor of that.
Does that? I mean, someone should have the suggestion. Or how about Zyle? There we go. We have an NPC.
He's part of the group huddle.
Yeah.
Hey, we got
Is
room
that
for one
going
more.
to
Get in,
interfere with
Zyle.
your ability to negotiate? I mean, is this thing related to her? Does she care if you set her thing on fire?
We didn't really ask. But
Doesn't it? If it's destroyed, doesn't it put us in a stronger negotiating position with her?
I just don't want this thing to wake up and fight us.
Me too.
I assume when she says she's going to destroy the town, she's going to do it with this thing.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So if it's not here,
Right. If it's not here, then yeah. I don't know what all this is. I've never seen mushrooms like that. This place
Don't worry
is-
about them right now. They're
I didn't see him till 4 days ago either. This is all fucking misreading me.
Yes.
Yeah.
just a
And
simple
this
question.
thing that we're going to set on fire, if that is a creature,
It is. We've seen it.
it's really big.
I know. That's why I
Yes.
want to set it on fire.
It is very large.
Really big.
I know. That's
Yes.
why I want to set it on fire.
I live in a tree. It's like being attacked by my house.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Which is why we want to remove it
A flaming house.
Okay.
from
Yes.
the board.
Flaming.
Gonna give it fire.
Yes.
You
Which
guys,
one
you
should I-
all step over there.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And then he is going to expend one of his second level spell slot and cast Flaming Sphere.
Flaming sphere. Okay. It's successful, but tell me what it does.
A 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in a space of your well, it's technically unoccupied, but he's gonna put it basically right on top of this thing, of your choice within range and lasts for the duration 1 minute. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex saving throw, or take the creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. You can ram it into a creature, etc., etc.
It's a
Okay.
literal fireball.
It's a ball
Yeah.
of fire that's just literally just gonna light this, just sit on top of this thing.
Yeah. So
And sit there, and it's gonna for an entire minute. It's gonna take 2d6 fire damage every 6 seconds.
okay. Yeah. So
20.
it burns, and it burns, and I mean, even like there's little bits of wood from roots and stuff are falling down, and it's like little streaks of light as the sun is setting, and it's getting darker and darker.
And then Fern's gonna scurry back over with the group and just stand there with them.
And it's for 1 minute, so it takes
It's for a minute.
10 times.
Yes,
All
basically.
right. So you want to roll damage for me?
How
And we'll
many?
just times 10.
2d6 times 10.
2d6 times 10. Okay. So 20d6.
Yes. Not going to get to roll that again until level 20.
Not going to do that for a long time.
He's gonna take 80 damage.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, Daryl.
No, that's great.
That's awesome.
All right. So yeah, this thing, you notice it takes a lot of burning occurs. You also notice that something about the nature of like just being kind of wet and rotten and stuff like that. It's not burning as fast as you expected. You hoped it would just like, take off like dry kindling or whatever, but it doesn't. But it definitely takes damage. I mean, you're confident that it took, more than 39 damage. And
Just because it's funny. Oh no, never mind. Because it would just have to make us just because he can move it, can he like dribble this ball of fire on top of this thing, make it bounce up and down?
if that's what you wanted to do, I am not going to stop you from doing that. But I had a really, clear picture of this kind of dramatic tiger.
Right? No, yeah, okay,
And I
fair
was
enough.
like, it's something else.
I'm just like, he can move it. I thought it'd be funny, but no, yeah, he'll just do what he can to burn this thing. if there's anything flammable, the sphere ignites flammable objects not being worn. So.
Okay. Tell me exactly where all of you are in relation to one another, and the fire, and the water, and the rocks, and the thing. Whatever.
Oh, by the way, I should delete that because we're not fighting the wolf anymore. I assume we're probably, like, because it's got a range of 60 feet, so we're probably like 30 feet away, probably just like on the other side of the bog.
And
probably about where we were when we entered last time.
Okay. I mean, that seems like a pretty logical place because it is a clearing kind of area to stand. Right. And you're all together?
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Okay. So.
Hey, who's got the marshmallows?
Perception, everybody. With disadvantage because you were very distracted by this flaming ball that's going out.
Perception. Here we go.
Man, these rolls tonight. Oh, nice.
Nice, Throck.
Tenant don't care. Tenant's got eyes of a hawk.
All right. And who are we missing?
Me.
Zyal also fails. You can just click on your perception stat on your thing.
Yeah.
Should be able to. Nice. Okay. All right. So as you're watching this, you notice some movement in a tree just behind the fire as the face of the wood sprite appears, and she thrusts her wooden hand out towards you.
What sprite?
Dolby, no. Throck and Board Game Girl may make a dexterity saving throw, while everybody else is getting blasted by a splinter barrage. So just as she thrusts her hands out, you see this cone of splinters just flying at you with high velocity and lots of pain.
You're good at rolling things.
Hey, wait, stop. Can I use my step and use the blue gem as a reaction to cast counterspell?
All right, so I guess what we probably should have done is we should have rolled initiative, right?
Yes.
But if it's a reaction,
but
well,
so
if the spell can be cast as a reaction, then he doesn't know what the spell is. Counterspell is a reaction spell.
Okay.
It can. I don't know if
counterspell.
It can. It is counterspell. It is actually counterspell.
So in reaction to her casting, I can go, "What? Blue!"
Do we know how many uses you get out of that?
One a day.
Per spell?
Yep.
Per spell.
All right.
Seems useful for Alpha Strike. I'm just saying. And it was my gut reaction, so I'm going with it. I'm rolling right into it.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Okay, so if it's 4th level spell or higher, then she can try to resist it. If it's 3rd or lower, it just
you know what level you this if it's a magic item, the caster level is built into the item. So that's up to you what the item's level is. All
right, so in this thing that really only Ivy and Throck see, or I'm just going to make everybody all the same names right now. 10 and Ivy see is this cone of splinters flying towards you. I mean, and it's scary looking, right? I mean, these shards of wood are flying at you, and as it gets closer, Throck's reaction is to just fling this blue stone energy at it, and they all just kind of dissipate. They just sort of fade into this nothing.
Yeah. Bad guy!
You come to my home and set him on fire.
Oh, wait, him? We thought that was a tree. We were just trying to signal you to get you to come in over here.
Did she live inside of it? Oops.
All right, roll initiative now. Okay, guys. And here's another thing.
Yes.
This is going to be a lot to keep track of at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
So bear with me, I guess is what I'm saying.
Is there a
And
map?
I want to give somebody else control of the Deerits because
I'll take care of him.
that's something else for me to try to keep track of.
Do you
want
have
me to run
do you have
the
stats for them, or do
Yep,
they
here
run
come.
off?
Nope, here they come.
Okay.
Um,
Do we have we don't have a picture of the woman, do we?
no,
Okay, fair enough.
I should have a picture of her.
No,
It
it's all
seems
good.
like-
I was just checking the handouts.
Yep.
Do you want me to run the NPC for you? One last thing.
Well, I mean,
Happy to do it.
you both have it now in your
Oh,
Discord.
but this
so-
is the guy. This isn't the Deeret.
In Discord, you said?
Oh, that's the NPC. The NPC, not the.
Yeah. You want me to run the ranger?
Yeah, that would be sweet.
I assume he's a ranger.
He is a ranger.
Yeah.
He's 4th level.
Okay.
Okay.
He's got a whole lot of stuff.
Okay. No character sheet.
Yeah. I wonder if I can paste this into.
Well, if the sheet's in Roll20, then you can just assign it to me as well.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
Here, let me just. I think I can just give you the part.
Okay.
So you
Thank you all
think
for
she's,
bearing with me.
you think
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
mad
yeah.
about the tree?
All right.
All right, so it starts with that strength. So it looks like you've got a. Here we go.
All
I
right.
can
So
edit.
let me get an initiative. Do you want? I'm gonna run both of these. It's 2 of these animals or 3? No, it's
There's
2.
2 of them.
I'm gonna roll 1 initiative for both.
Yeah, that's great.
Um.
I'm going to
Plus
delete the. There we go. There you go. Now you can tell what's what. Frock. Very good. So. Yes.
By the way, you well, actually, you can't use it here, but never mind. Okay, so what's the order? It looks like Deerits and Throck going at the same time.
Zyle's going at 25 because he's got to roll a crit.
Oh,
does.
there he goes. Okay.
Yep, and the wood sprite is going at. Man, I've got too many things to click on right now. She's got a 16 for her initiative. And I'm going to roll 2 more initiatives for other creatures that are appearing. 8 and a 10. All right, so man, there's a lot of initiatives. So that gives us Zyle. And then who's next?
Throck's at a 20, and then Askren, Dolby, Board Game Girl.
I think I'm last.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it'll be
Oh yeah, bad at numbers.
It
and
goes
the
down.
Deerits will go with who?
Which was
Sorry. So from what I can tell, it goes Zyle, Throck, and then the Deerits, then Fern, then Ivy, and then Dolby.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll have Zyle go first. He's up.
Yeah. Does he have a good eye on her? Can he see her now?
You can.
Okay. So he is going to use.
There we go. There's our list.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to use his hand crossbow, and he's going to kind of flank out because ranger to one of the sides, and use his hand crossbow and shoot at it.
At her.
Yeah.
At it. At the thing. Yeah.
1d20 plus 8. Jesus.
I mean, it's his specialty, right? I mean, he's got
Yeah.
all that crazy archery stuff.
Yep. So we rolled a 21.
All right, you hit.
Okay. So, and then it's 1d6 plus 4. And then he'll have. Oh, is it 2d6 plus 4? It looks like it's 2d6 plus 4. Is that right?
For
There's
the
two
hand crossbow. No, it's 1d6.
Okay, because you've got one here that's hand crossbow range 10, 20 plus 8 versus AC, 2d6 plus 4 damage, and then another one that's 1d6 plus 4 damage. That's fine.
All right, I don't know
1d6
if
plus
I
4.
did something
That makes
weird there.
way more sense. Because 2d6 seems like a lot of damage for a hand crossbow. He rolls 6 damage.
Okay. All right. 6 damage. I'm gonna have to write this down somewhere else because I just don't have enough paper. or enough screen space to keep track of everything. All right, next. So so she gets struck with the arrow, and it doesn't even phase her. She's still just staring down at the group of you, no longer with Xyle there.
Yep.
And incidentally, the Deerits can't reach her whenever that comes up, nor can anyone who's trying to do melee because she is up in a tree.
Okay.
As you guys are preparing to take your next moves, you also notice that the mushrooms are kind of moving a little. Their trunks split apart and arms coming out.
Mushroom folk.
10. It is your turn, I believe.
Yes. 10 looks up at the wood sprite and says, "Oh, that's so sweet imprisonment. My dearest is fain. Soft arms that woo me to relent and woo me to detain. Could they ever hold me there? Gladly were I a prisoner." And he casts Hold Person on her.
All right. What's the saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw DC 15? Let me look. It might be 13. Oop, I haven't got my character sheet. 13. Meh. Low level. You know.
You said charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. All right. So you see the spell. You see her posture kind of change as the spell takes effect. And what happens?
She's held.
Paralyzed, I believe.
She's essentially paralyzed. She cannot move or take any action. As her action each turn, she may make a wisdom saving throw, and it takes her turn to do it, to break the spell off. It's a concentration spell for me. Yeah, but it's she has at the end of each of her turns, she gets a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Now, just in case you are unaware, a paralyzed creature is incapacitated, can't move or speak, automatically fails strength and dex saving throws. All attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Okay. I don't know. You said she was flying up in a tree, right? Or did you climb?
Right. Well, she's not flying, but I mean, she's higher than 5 feet. She can only be hit by ranged weapons from where you are.
Fair enough.
That's cool. I just don't want her casting spells at me while we take care of her minions.
Yeah, no, do it. And that will last for...
it's 1 minute, concentrate.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have more people taking turns, which is the Deerits.
I only because it's my favorite thing. The material component for that is a small straight piece of iron. So could I just imagine he just like ding, hits it like a little triangle at the end?
Yes, you may. That's actually great, and I love that. I'm gonna do that from now on.
Ding 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 ding.
So there are now 6 of these large mushroom men standing around.
Oh no!
And the Deerits are there, and it's their turn.
Let me get up. All right. Whose turn is the Deerits, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna put them on screen. I'm gonna put the mushrooms on screen. Do we have the mushrooms? Where are the mushrooms?
They should be in there.
I don't know. Pop one up. All right, Deerits. Let me find them in Discord right now. Deerits are going to, I guess, they are going to attempt. Is it just the mushrooms? Are they like? Do they look like they're like evil mushrooms? Or are they friendly mushrooms?
They look like the one that was following you before, but they're definitely aggressive.
Okay. Deerit number 1. Are they like circling around us?
Yep.
All right. The Deerits are going to just turn one on each side and just horn charge them.
Awesome.
They get both of their natural attacks, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Deerit number 1 is going to. This is going to be horns. 1d6, 20, and then this is the claws for the one on the right. And then here's an attack for the one on the left.
Alrighty. So all of them hit. So there's and the Deerits would focus on one target at a time, but they
fair enough.
Horn and then claw, and the two mushrooms that are directly in front of them take that hit.
Okay,
Both of them.
so we'll just take the average. That's gonna be 10 damage per mushroom.
Okay.
10 to one.
Awesome.
10 to another.
So the mushrooms, you see the mushroomy flesh kind of get tore off, and and it's kind of strange looking because the mushrooms don't fall or just immediately die, but the big chunk that comes out of them, I mean, it looks like they're just carving into marshmallow, and it stinks though when they take purchase, like it releases a smell. And Fern, it's your turn.
Right. Okay. Fern is going to it's already that. He is going to cast Acid Arrow at the woman.
Okay.
Acid Arrow is an attack, so he's gonna get.
It's automatically a crit.
No, because he's not within 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Good.
He has advantage though. So this is going to be 2d20 k1 plus 3, I guess this is Acid Arrow. 17 against her.
Nice. All right. The acid arrow hits, and you can see it hit the hard wooden flesh of this strange creature that's, looks like it's part of the tree that's just moving around. Well, not moving because it's paralyzed.
All right. So he's gonna
sink into the flesh. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's gonna sort of whip his staff around, and you see, like, as it begins sprouting leaves and stuff, he's gonna just hurl this, I guess, this kind of like little chunk of mold or spores or something at her, and as it splats into her, this kind of shimmering green streak behind it bursts in a spray of acid. On hit, the target takes 4d4 acid damage immediately and 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn.
Nice. Roll it up.
So 4d4, 7 acid damage.
All right. Very good.
Okay, so that's my second level spell. And then cantrip, as a bonus action, he's going to cast Shillelagh on his quarterstaff.
Okay. Don't forget to do the damage next turn.
Right, I got it.
Yep. Very good. All righty. It is now her turn, and she is going to try to break free. Wisdom saving throw. Yup. And you see her do nothing. So nothing. There's nothing for you to see. The mushrooms are now all around you. It's very tight quarters. You're kind of surrounded on this bit of a rock. They've pressed in on either side of you, and 2 of them release spores. Little poof. The range is just 15 feet, but that's going to be enough to get everybody. So everyone's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Just to, not Zion, what's his name? Zyle moved away from the rest. He
Right, except for Zyle, right? He's out.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we need to make a what save?
Constitution.
Yeah. Saving the NPC, but not myself. That's what's happening right now.
Good job.
Because I rolled a 3. What's up?
All righty.
Rolling 10s.
All righty. And we need one more.
Oh, me. What are we doing? Constitution save?
Yep, Constitution save, and we need a one for the Deerits too.
Oh, right. Deerits. Their con is straight nada, so this is number 1. This is number 2.
Okay. So Throck and Tin and Fern, I'm gonna roll it for you because I haven't got to roll any dice yet. Was that a 3? There we go. You get to make this same Constitution saving throw for 2 more turns, but you are paralyzed for the next potentially 3 turns max.
Who is?
Everybody else is fine. Except for Deerits. The Deerit had a 3.
Yeah, deer got a 3.
Okay, they're in the same boat. So you just have this nervous system shutdown, and you're just like kind of twitching there. And that's what 2 of them do, and then the other 4 swing their big, chunky fist thingies at you.
Not big chunky fist thingies.
So Ivy and
Chunky
I
fists.
succeeded.
Yes.
Okay.
12 or higher did it.
Chunky fist sounds like a really good soup.
Right, chunky fist. Especially if you like mushrooms. Alrighty, so we will attack the rat with a natural 20.
Am I next to him still?
Yeah.
I am going to use protection. So that means
Can
you have
do
to
that
roll
as
it.
a in-between turn thing?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
Okay.
It basically makes the roll disadvantage. You just have to re-roll.
Okay. And a non-natural number that misses. So somehow he's like zoned in. He's really gonna just scream,
reach out my
turn in the
shield and
face,
block.
and then he sees Dolby and he's like, "What?" and just misses.
Yeah, so
The other one-
he's like Fern is like shooting his bolt, and Dolby like blocks, like just shield blocks his head from this swing that is just gonna clock him.
Yeah,
Hey, Whiskers, look
it was
out!
Perfect.
And then like a second later, what? Where?
And it's 16 to hit you, Throck. What do you got? Is that a
Oh,
hit?
I'm a 13.
All right. Well, that
Is he
hit.
paralyzed?
I'm paralyzed. It's a crit.
Oh, right. Never mind. He's paralyzed. So it's a crit, and he's still. He did a massive 6 damage.
Woo, okay, well that's
It
I'm
could
a
have been
level
more.
3
It's really
bard.
not high damage. So the mushroom just kind of puts his fist together and bonk, slams at you. The other 2 also attack, but these are not at people that are paralyzed. So one at Dolby and the other at Ivy. 12 Dolby.
Nope.
And a 5 Ivy. All right. And that's their turn. You notice in the next to the water on the other side, next to the big thing that's still smoldering, 2 leaf piles stand up. And looks something like this, if I can find it. There it is.
Oh boy. Okay.
You also see that the large smoldering thing is shifting. So, and now it's Ivy's turn.
Nice. So this thing just appeared. How far is that from me where it appeared?
Okay, so there are 2 of those, and the large thing that's smoldering are on the other side of the
they're
little
over.
water bog. It's still, it's 15, 20 feet away from everybody.
Okay. But I still have some mushrooms right next to me, right?
Right, there's 6 mushrooms that are just pressing in against everybody.
Okay. I'm going to try to hit those.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a crit.
To the limit. Crit it. Limit. One more time. Oh, I'm paralyzed. I can't do that.
Yeah. Yes, this is why you have to eat your spinach, because otherwise it will come back and eat you. All right. And wait, did that automatically do the crit for her? Because it looks like
yeah,
10.
it rolls double dice. Yeah.
Okay.
1d8 plus
So
3.
12 damage. All right. So what happens is you cut through this mushroom man thing, and it falls to the ground, and then it rolls this dice over here.
Because it blows up.
And it sort of falls apart, and the parts that fall away from kind of the mushroom cap just fall away, but then the remaining part of the stalk, new arms pop out and new legs pop out, and it gets back up.
That doesn't seem scientifically feasible.
No.
It's not. It's magic. It's undead mushroom magic. There you go.
Is it like that guy in X-Men 3 where you like pull his arms off and they just regrow back?
It has to roll a saving throw.
Oh, yeah, because it's like a zombie. That makes sense. Okay.
It's a zombie, right?
Yeah.
Dolby, you are going to take a turn now, I think. Are you paralyzed?
No, I'm not.
No, you weren't paralyzed.
No, he's
I'm not paralyzed. I'm indecisive. That's the problem. So
paralyzed by
totally-
choice.
Yeah. Like, so we got her paralyzed in the tree. We've got 6 mushrooms,
Yep.
2 leafy shambly guys, and the burning tree stump is coming back up behind it too.
Yeah. And you haven't even tried to talk to her yet. Yeah. But
I did. Actually, I did. You said roll initiative. I said we were lighting the fire to signal for you, and then you said roll for initiative. So,
yeah, signal for her.
yeah, well, we yelled for her. She didn't show up, so we lit a signal fire
It
for her.
wasn't dark enough yet.
All right. I don't want to
Okay.
waste. I don't want to waste the advantage and crits on her, so I'm going to attack her with my bow.
Okay. All right.
And
But you're further than 5 feet, so it's not an automatic crit.
No. It's because she's paralyzed. But
Right.
I don't think I hit anyways.
She is not paralyzed.
I thought she was held person.
She saved.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
did she?
no,
If
she didn't.
Oh, she did.
Oh, she didn't?
No,
Oh.
when I said you see nothing happen, what I was trying to convey is that she didn't start moving or anything. It just
Got it.
returned. Nothing happened.
My bad.
So I still have advantage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Okay. So
the
that
23
is a 10.
10. All right.
And that's not a crit, right? It's just advantage.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, that's what I meant. Okay.
All right. So this time you see the arrow sink deep into her wooden flesh. And we're back to the top with Zyle.
Yeah. Bull. Zyle is going to. Oh, this weapon is a trickster's blade. I see.
Oh.
And so
okay.
it does 2d6 damage. And if I hit with it, it adds 3 to his AC till the start of the next turn. Is that correct? I just want to make sure. It's not my character.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't follow you earlier.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yes.
yeah. No, it's totally cool. Yeah, so he's going to use that to shoot at the. Wow, we're not in a good spot. He's going to use that to shoot at the boss lady, thinking that if he can get her down, then the other ones, like the undead things, may decompose. So yeah, he's going to shoot it. Okay, that's 1d20 plus 8.
All right.
With advantage.
So
And
you're
then-
probably going to hit. Seems likely.
Yeah, let's just see if I get the crit. I do not. But I roll 25, which I'll allow.
That's great. Yes. So the blade or the bolt flies.
For 2d6 plus 4. So 13. So 13 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this crazy, scary looking bolt pierces her in the side. And again, she doesn't react because she can't. Yeah. 10.
10 just gets his constitution saving throw to become unstuck.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Buddy. No whammies, no whammies. Oh,
I don't know.
12 is what you need.
Ah!
Okay, well,
12 is what you need. All right. And the Deerits.
I have all this magic and nothing to do with it.
That's you, Fern, right? You're doing the Deerits? Is he frozen?
Oh,
Am I
no,
frozen?
sorry. I was reading something. Deerits are going to... One of them can't do anything. It's just got to save against paralyze, correct?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, where are we now? That is going to be a constitution save.
Yep. Versus the 12.
Fails.
All right, so he's still paralyzed.
The other one Hmm. Are any of the mushrooms down, or are they all still up?
They're all still up.
Hmm. I
One of
guess-
them's smaller.
I love that. I love that. So much.
The deer, it probably is going to be on fight mode because it looks like a weasel, so it's just going to keep goring and clawing the thing. That's about all it
That's
can
all
do.
it would do, really. I mean, unless it was scared. If it got
Yeah.
injured, it would run away. Or something.
No, I don't think so, right? It hasn't been injured yet, so horns,
You want to hit one that's already been hit? That's all
Probably
you need
the-
to specify.
probably the smaller one, yeah.
Okay.
12 and 10.
All right. The 12 hits, the 10 does not.
Okay, that's
And I'll
going to
go
be
ahead. Yeah,
5
just
damage.
5 damage, so he'll roll another. Oh, this time he goes down and stays down. So the horns gore into the soft, fleshy mushroom material, and it breaks apart, and he kind of shakes it off of his antlers, and then it just scatters on the ground, and it doesn't get back up.
One down, 9 to
Yeah,
go.
little deer.
All right.
Yay. Turn.
Sweet. Fern, because he is great and has a lot of things that he can do. That's a lie. He doesn't have a lot of things that he can do anymore. Oh fuck. Give me 1 second. No.
Is he still paralyzed?
Fern
Oh,
was,
I'm still
Fern
paralyzed.
was never paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
No, it was the deer and me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Completely misheard that.
Yeah, I don't have any spells that I can use here, unfortunately. And so the best that I can do, I could smack. I could smack mushrooms. That's about it. There's not much. Except maybe. No, that wouldn't work. Is anyone injured? No.
Yes.
10 got hit.
Like badly, or is he fine?
On a scale of 1 to 18, I'm about a 12.
All right, and that's magical, so I can't do that. Okay, no, I have, unfortunately, my spell effects are of no use here, and so what do you think, guys? Beat some mushrooms to death or shambling mound?
Kill the ads.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave her in the tree to you. He's just gonna use a shillelagh and try and beat some of these mushrooms to death.
Okay.
Are these the same mushrooms that you saw in the woods earlier, right?
Yeah, but these are mean.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
other one was a good guy, though. Okay.
Okay, so the shillelagh is gonna change that to a 4 rather than a yeah, it's a 1.
What?
My wisdom, yeah, there we go.
What are you doing? Do a thing.
I'm doing
You
it.
need a
I'm
roll
clicking it.
attack? Okay.
There we go. Yeah, it's against one of
Yes.
the mushrooms is a 10.
All right. You swing your shillelagh at it, and it does not do any damage. You
All right.
kind of glance off of its kind of strange,
Blah, blah, blah.
bouncy flesh.
Yeah.
There you go. The wood sprite.
I am a wood sprite.
Her body just kind of coils up, and she pulls free, shaking with anger. You insolent slime! I will kill you all, and then I will kill away your families, and I will destroy Dobberton. How dare you come in here and attack me like this? And you see,
You attacked us first! Okay, sorry.
you still set her
You're still
free on-
paralyzed.
And you see the tree limb that she's standing on go completely black,
Ooh.
and where the arrows are sticking out of her go boop, boop, and fall out. And now it is the mushroom's turn. So there are 5 of them left. We'll have one attack on Fern, one attack on Dolby, one attack on Ivy, and one attack on Dolby. Wait, I said Dolby twice. 10. And I'll just go down in that order. We've got a 17 on Fern. That hits, right?
17, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Right. 5 damage.
Okay.
10.
Roll to confirm the crit. Sorry, this isn't 3rd edition. You crit.
Oh. What? There wasn't
It was a
crit.
joke. It was a 3rd edition. I am paralyzed. It crits me.
Right, you're paralyzed. Gotcha. I forgot you were
I
paralyzed.
was just joking about the third edition you rolled to confirm critical hit. Never mind. It's fine.
Alrighty. 5 damage again to you.
Okay. Hey, that's
Are you
less than last time.
I know, he's not rolling great.
Thank God.
He rolls 5 against Ivy. Nope, you're just like, yoink. And a 4 against Dolby.
No, not
The
even
other one
close.
can't get to you because he's like, not enough room. They're just too big. You're all like crammed in a small space. And then now the 2 smaller leaf shambles get up and start moving toward you. They will be here next turn. The big guy fully stands up. And again, he's 40 foot tall. And now we are to Ivy.
Did the wood spray take her additional damage? Didn't she have some extra damage coming from Fern?
2d4.
Oh,
You got
2d6, 2d4,
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
'Cause-
yeah, Ivy.
don't-
Don't forget that.
Thank you, Ivy.
So go ahead and roll that for me, and I'll
I
add it
already
in.
did.
I need to roll something.
it was 3 damage.
Alrighty. Okay, very good.
All right, so she's got some damage up there. I'm gonna hit her with my short bow. She gotta get up there.
Let's do it.
All right.
You're shooting at her. 18 does hit. This paralyzed thing really slowed down the her fun stuff, but in a good way. We want you guys to not die. I think
We want us to not die.
We want to not die.
you want. Oh yeah, I get that confused. So yeah, she takes 5 damage from that bow strike, and it is Dolby's turn.
How far is she from me, the wood sprite?
About 30 feet, but 15 of that is up.
Okay. How far is the flaming tree?
About 30 feet also, but he's just straight across.
Okay.
Like he's 1 step away from you in his feet.
All right.
If you wanted to attack him, you could, though. I mean, he's coming this way. I mean,
He's coming towards me anyways.
Yeah. So
I look at the rest of the group. I got the tree.
Get him.
the
And
big
Dolby-
tree, right?
The big tree.
I
Yep.
mean, all 3 of them are available. Let's just.
Okay, that's fine. I'm
Okay.
gonna go for the big tree. I'm dropping my crossbow, drawing my longsword, have my shield on, and I'm gonna run up and swing at the tree. And I am going to use a superiority die, and I am going to attempt to trip the tree.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Is there a limitation on size, though? Does it say like?
It says if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw.
Yep.
If it's
So
huge,
so what is it large or
How
I
big is
think
the
it's
tree?
probably
10 by 10?
giant. What? Huh?
Is the tree 10 by 10 or is it bigger?
Yeah, 10 by 10. Sounds
Okay,
good.
large.
So we'll do it.
okay? So
All right.
I'm gonna go for my attack. Does a 21
Nice.
hit?
Ooh.
A 21 does hit.
Okay, so I add
You
this.
actually you drive your sword into this bark, and you're like, "Holy crud, this is thick stuff!" But somehow I'm getting, I sunk 6 inches into it and did 1 inch worth of damage or whatever.
So it's going to be 14 damage,
Okay,
and
what's it rolling against for this trip?
nothing if it's Is it? If it's it is large.
It is
He
large.
said it's large.
You said it was a strength saving throw.
Yeah. So you got to make a strength saving throw, a DC 12.
DC 12. Okay.
Yeah.
If he fails this, I swear. I mean, all the stuff that you guys have succeeded on in this. Okay, so he rolled a 17. 18.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
It'd be weird.
So
if
he's just like, you just trip him and he just, nothing happens.
Okay.
I am big.
Yeah,
I don't speak. I am tree.
Okay. I am going to action surge
Nice.
and attack again.
All right.
Swing away.
And I am going to goading attack him.
Really? Whoa. Okay.
So this let's see here. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay. Then
You just hit its thick bark and just bounce off. There's just nothing there. It's not dodging or anything. It's
okay.
just
So then I don't actually waste a superiority die because I have to actually hit in order to do
Yeah.
it. Correct. Okay. Cool.
all right.
All
So
right,
it's
so I
not
don't
goaded.
Yeah, you expend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only when I hit it. Okay. Cool. And that'll be it for my round.
Okay. Great. But it's not goaded.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't
So
hit.
Yeah, I got to hit to do it. Make it work.
okay, sounds good. Very good. So Zyle, now things are really getting heated up here. Everybody's
Gonna
awake.
shoot the caster again.
Look. What?
Gonna shoot the caster again.
Yep.
15.
15 misses.
He would have no reason to have advantage here, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
done.
she's not paralyzed anymore, yeah.
Yep.
And then a Constitution saving roll for 10.
Hey, you're up.
Is that at the beginning or the end of his turn?
Let's do it at the beginning. I want you to get to do stuff.
All right.
Oh yeah. All right. So, how many creatures can I get in a 15-foot by 15-foot square?
You can get 5 of the. Well, there's only 4 because one of them's down and one of them is turning towards Zyle, the one that couldn't get to you. So you can get 4 mushrooms, or the big guy and one other thing, or her. So I kind of see it's sort of like 3 groups.
I think I go for the mushrooms, right?
Depends what you're doing.
It's going to be Thunderwave. So I've been debating between Thunderwave and Dissonant Whispers. Dissonant Whispers will make her have to run away from me. And so it would keep her out of the fight a little bit longer. But I'm going to do Thunderwave now, just at level 1. I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. I will thunder, come over yonder, come. What's about what I ponder with fire explosions and what? Oh yeah, flashes of life, time and space. I thunder, and then I cast Thunderwave. And they
You got it, buddy. You got it.
DC 14 Constitution saving throws or take half damage.
Alrighty, I will roll 2. Everybody fails.
Woo!
Yeah.
So 14 damage.
11
said?
points of damage,
11 points of damage.
and are pushed 10 feet away from me. I don't know.
All
if
right.
they're not at 11
So they
points.
all fall backwards, and 2 of them fall all the way to the ground. One of them crumbles into particles. The other one kind of falls apart, but then fights his way back up to his feet. But they all look like they are really tore up. You know, the fleshy white mushroom material is kind of cracked, like it's been dried out, but that's obviously from the vibrations.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, I am going to inspire Dolby because he's fighting the biggest thing.
Give it to me, brother. Give it to me. Charge me up.
Yeah. Okay, so stab it good. Come on, Dolby, you can stab it real good.
Feeling it,
All
brother.
right.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Hey, sometimes wood don't feel like it should. Stab it good. There you go. Okay, we're done.
There you go. That was
You're-
great.
Yeah.
All right. You can kill my mushrooms. They'll just come back. I'll bring more stronger ones. And it is the Deer's turn. Destroy them, my shambling mounds.
Continue to beat up on the mushroom. Why not?
All right.
Horns. That's 5 damage. And claw. 11.
11 misses. But, again, they've all got damage now. Oh, but he gets back up once again. So he gets stuck on the horns and kind of falls off.
Guys, I feel like this is a losing battle.
And he's just half a mushroom that still looks angry and purple.
Guys, I feel like this may have been a mistake.
We got this.
I'm getting warmed up.
Right. So now it's the wood sprite's turn. And sorry, I had another thing to check and I didn't get done what I'm doing. She is casting a spell.
I don't know nothing about no spells.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. So centered on top of the your group, the darkness just spreads. So there's a sphere of darkness over all of you. Kill them all, you hear from the above. You guys can't see anything.
So even though I'm 30 feet away from the group fighting the tree, I'm included in that darkness?
You are correct. You are not in that darkness. Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, it gets to everybody who's in the group. So Zyle and 10 are not in the group. Zyle is going to shout, "Hey, this is really not going our way, guys. I know no one's hurt yet, but these things are hard to kill." Now the mushrooms are going to go. And we will, so it won't be Zyle or Dolby on this attack, so we'll go from the top. So Fern, it's a 17
They're
hit.
all at disadvantage, right?
Huh?
Are they all at disadvantage because everybody can't see?
Right, they can't see either.
Yeah.
Okay, so they miss. The next one hits, even though it's at disadvantage, and that's you, 10.
That's fine. That's what I get for...
There you go, 7 damage that time. Are you down?
10 falls down.
Okay. So the mushroom just swinging wildly into the darkness and claps you against the head. One more swing at Ivy. Oh, and misses horribly. And that is the end of their turn. The big leaf guy, the big tree golem guy, is now standing up and facing you down, Dolby.
I remember the last time this happened. Come on.
He reaches his arms forward and vines with huge thorns covering them shoot out and wrap around you.
Oh no.
So it acts like a regular attack. So the first one is a 14.
Does not hit.
Wow, cool. And the next one is a 17.
Does not hit.
Oh, so the thorns just smash into the dirt right next to you as you somehow manage to weave your way around. And
I think everyone but me is better off than people think they are. I think we're doing fine.
yeah.
By the way, as a group, I think we're doing fine.
Yeah. And then one of the other smaller shambles does something similar, but this is more of a shower of leaves kind of coming at you with like smaller vines inside it. Oh, and that's a natural 20.
I take that back.
You shouldn't have said that.
I know.
Too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, and you need to make a strength saving throw.
Who's you?
Dolby.
This is also on Dolby.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh no.
Okay, so
What's yeah? It's
vines wrap around you. What?
no, it's fine.
All right. Oh my goodness! And do 19 points of damage as the thorns tear into your flesh and start crushing you.
They
You
would.
are
They would do that much
incapacitated.
damage. They would do
What?
that much damage, except I'm going to use parry.
Does it work like that?
Yes, it does. If it attacks me, it basically reduces damage. So I roll a superiority die +2. So it is 1d8 +2. So, wow, 6 damage. So I reduce it by 6 damage.
It was 19, so it's 13.
Okay, 13 damage. Okay.
And you are grappled, and you're being crushed. You are blinded and restrained, and you get to make a Constitution saving throw every turn until you die and get consumed or get out.
So
All right.
make that throw.
So I'm making a Constitution saving throw now, or
No,
after next
no, I'm
round?
just telling you. Next turn, that's what's going on. You're being crushed
Okay.
by the constricting vines. Alrighty, and now we're to Board Game Girl.
Okay, Ivy's very concerned about Dolby over there.
What about?
Oh yeah, sorry, 10.
10's down too.
10's down. But I mean, he's gonna keep getting crushed by this tree.
Yes, you will.
There's like more coming at him. So can I use cunning to like dash over there? Because I know I'm not super close.
Yeah, you can get to him.
Okay.
Get to him.
All right, so I can get to him. And then
Did you come back with the knife? She calls while you're taking your turn.
What knife?
Really? You care about that now?
that's what she wants now. All right, I'm just gonna hit him.
It's a little late for that. You should just say no. Just
No.
to make it,
That's for you.
just to make it worse. We're already here. We might as well commit.
Next week, all new episode of Dobbers. All new Dobbers.
We're gonna need another dauber.
All right. So what are you doing, Ivy?
I hit with the short bow, so did that hit 19?
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you?
The tree. I'm going after the tree.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
The
Gotcha.
The one that's got me, right?
One that has Dolby, yeah.
So that's the smaller one.
Oh, okay.
The big one doesn't have me. The smaller one does. Right?
Yes.
The smaller one has you, right?
Okay. So 19.
Okay. Yep. So do damage. This
Don't
small
forget your
one
sneak attack.
has engulfed Dolby, and it takes 9 damage.
Don't forget your
And,
sneak attack damage.
Oh yeah, sneak attack.
2D.
Well, oh yeah, because I haven't combated this one before.
Well, it's actually in combat with me. It has me grappled, so.
Right. Okay, so I
Right.
can sneak attack. All right, so let me add that.
Nice.
There you go.
All right. Good job. So
19
another
damage.
another 10 damage. This guy looks like it hurts. So that's a good solid hit. The bow strikes, somewhere. It doesn't have heads or arms or anything. It's just a rolling pile of vines and leaves. Okay. What's going on? Okay, so now it's Dolby's turn. You are constricted.
So it's what is it? A constitute? What is it? A strength saving throw? Athletics?
Saving throw. Just
All right. I'm gonna use. Let's see. Can I use my inspiration? That do I need inspiration? Is that gonna do it?
Well, you
What-
can't know.
Oh, I can't. Is it a 1d6?
Yes.
And boom, 18.
18. Okay, great. So you burst out of the grip of this creature.
Not cool. Not cool, man. the thorns, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to attack the little one because it attacked me.
Okay.
Gah!
Oh,
I'm a little shook right now. I was trying to squeeze the life out of me and stuff.
Okay.
Oops, just rip my book here. Is second wind an action or it's a bonus action? So I'm going to use second wind,
Yeah.
all right.
and I just ripped page 73 of my player's handbook in excitement.
That's an awesome.
What's it? Just a 1d10? Was it plus con? Plus your fighter level, so 1d10
Yeah.
plus 3.
Yeah.
Plus-
Cool. So you swing wildly. You don't take purchase in the thing, but you use your second wind. You feel that energy come on you as you guys
4.
survey. As you guys survey the scenario, you realize that the odds really are stacked against you. As good as you're doing to continue to hit these things, you have a sense that they're going to they're regaining health almost as quick as you can do damage, but you don't have any choice. You're in the midst of a battle. However, you hear movement rapidly approaching. As you turn to the side, there are a number of deerets with sylvan riders coming into the valley through the bog. There's leaves and mud and stuff splashing up against their fur, and it's just going everywhere. And they are crashing into the scene. And we'll pick it up next week.
Woo!
Yes.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Cliffhanger. That's good.
Oh man. Oh.
You okay,
Deep-
Tim?
Wow.
Deep breath, guys. Deep breath. We're gonna get you 10. Don't worry. I mean, we
Yeah.
might get your body
So,
after. We're gonna.
that was intense. I really I can't say I'm the DM, but that was intense.
Oh
sure.
man.
Yeah,
Well,
that was intense.
that is an awesome place to kind of hang up our hat for today. We went through a lot of stuff, man. We're gonna I guess we have, but don't go anywhere. Sorry, I'm stumbling right now. Don't go anywhere because we have a ton of stuff to talk about. First and foremost, if you guys are in chat, let us know what you thought of that fight, of that episode today, of our adventures, how you like what's going on now, and whether or not these Sylvans are going to murder us as soon as this fight's over. But before we go, while you guys let us know about your thoughts in chat, we're gonna go around to our cast and get some thoughts from them. What they thought about the session, where things are going, and of course hooks, plugs, where you guys can find them. And let's start, of course, next to me with Jess.
Back to starting with me.
Yes, never the same twice.
Okay.
Keep you on your feet.
Keep me on feet. So that was intense. That was crazy. There's so many things attacking us. There's mushrooms that spawn arms that come back at you. I don't know. That was crazy. I don't know how we're going to come out of this, but at least we have some help on the horizon.
Maybe.
Maybe they're against us too. Maybe
They're just gonna roll over everything, us included.
They're like, we hate you as well. Forget you. So we'll see how it goes. That was intense.
Awesome.
Thinking about that, who are you? What do you get up to? Where can people find more of you if they want more of that? If they want more of that.
If they want more of that. Board Game Girl on all social media, and
What do you do on Board Game Girl? What's your thing?
Board games. I review board games.
Really? I was not sure. The name kind of threw me a little bit.
No, lots of board games, lots of pictures of board games, people playing board games.
Apparently, every board game convention ever, from what I can tell.
Every board game convention ever. That is true. I still have my BGG con thing. They might let me back in. If I go back, I have it.
Does it not end? They're just like, we'll always be here.
It ended. I'm just hopeful I can like get back. Someday I'll just show up. They'll be like,
Or if you get into the club with it too.
the club, whatever club. People won't know. They'll be like, it's silver. She's fine. Has a Viking on it. Nice.
I've heard there's some
That's the
bars
deal,
now where
right?
you can like rent time to play board games.
They have those. They have some of those out in Seattle, like with these really big tables and like giant, awesome, like throne chairs and stuff.
Dobber Road Trip.
Throne chairs. That's fantastic.
Dobber Road Trip.
I don't know what the name of it's called. I don't know. I'll have to ask.
Sounds fun. We could all do that. Make it
Well,
on site event.
The rest of us, except for 10.
Except for 10, who's passed out.
It sounds like you're not going to revive him. As
No,
many times as Ivy got revived last game, you get they're all used up. Sorry.
Yeah,
And he's got all the magic acorns. in
that
there,
is true. We should.
They're on me. Yeah, pretty great. I need to
Oh,
just come up
geez.
and like slap my chest real hard, and one of them will work. Hopefully,
Okay.
hopefully it's not web.
Guys, Jess's Instagram is in the chat. Go ahead and give her a follow there. Keep up with all the great stuff she does, and make sure you give her a thanks for hanging out with us and being a part of this this crazy adventure. Next to her, of course, we have Judo Killer, who's in a bit of a pickle right now. What are you thinking about today, man?
I'm thinking about my boy being down right now. I'm a little worried about my boy Tenon.
You've got thorns through your armor into your chest that are still there, by the way.
And all he cares about is me.
I broke free. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, but the thorns are still there.
He did that 300 thing where he just breaks them off, but it's out of his own body. It's like, this was a mistake.
Oh man. Anxiety. That's probably what I feel right now. I feel some anxiety right now for my crew. Awesome game tonight. I think it was super epic. The hopeful, helpful, possible Sylvan Dobbers coming running in was really cool at the end. It gave that we talked about it last week when they drop in. It gives that epic Lord of the Rings kind of feel to it, kind of like they just come rushing over to kind of save the day. Just stressed. I'm stressed right now.
It was our
Pretty good.
plan the whole time. I just want everyone to know. It's totally planned.
The plan of no plan. It's like kind of Zen-like. I am Judo Killer here on Twitch. I do a little bit of streaming. I'm still relatively new to it. I have been streaming some different games and stuff. I also am at the Chris Herzog on social medias. I am a MMA and jiu-jitsu instructor by trade. I post a lot of instructional videos, fight videos, that kind of stuff with my crew. And that's about it.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Make sure you go give him a follow, of course, on Twitter, on Twitch. Go thank him for being here, all that good stuff. Show him some love. And last but not least, Throck.
Woo! That was a session. I think this is by far my favorite session so far. I think in the fight wasn't even my favorite part. There was tense negotiations. There were dark of night escapes and wild rides through the forest and ambushes. It was just the best session so far. It had everything going on, and I really had a good time tonight. I don't think I have a single favorite part. I just had it was great. You can find me after I fail my death saving throws, all three of them at the beginning of next game. You can find me at Throck Plays here on Twitter, on Twitch, and then I'm Throck Plays Poorly on Twitch. I'm actually changing it to Throck Plays because I play some stuff okay.
He got better.
You
I
should
got
do
better.
that.
It's pretty great. And then I am at Throck Plays on Twitch. On Twitter, it's late, and
You do things on the internet with plays.
I have stuff there. There's shout-outs, whatever. Yeah,
he is definitely better at jumping in video games than I am.
Oh my God, Wizard Jump is the worst. Anyways, yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
All right.
make sure you go give him a follow. Go check out his content. Thank you for being here as always. And last but not least, let's talk to our illustrious DM, man. What did you think of today?
I don't know. I was really I saw this going a different way. I talked to a couple people that I know, and I'm like, okay, so here's the scenario. What would you do? Just to try, because I always find that I get locked in on a thought.
They're not as dumb as us. They're probably not as dumb as us.
So I was hoping whatever they said would just get me to jar free from that thought. And you guys didn't do any of those things. Didn't do any of the things I thought you were going to do.
But
I
D&D is awesome.
really didn't think you were ready to go after the wood sprite. I mean, and I thought I conveyed enough to make that like it was imposing, but I'm glad you did, because this was really fun. I'm really glad we did it. It was super fun. So not to metagame too much there, but it was awesome. And I'm Daryl. I'm Daryl Jones. I'm Splattered Inc. on all the social medias and on Twitch. I'm the creator of the Dobbers. I am the creator of the Dobbers in D&D and a board game that will be published and kickstarted in the spring, followed by hopefully a series of board games and other gaming materials, maybe even a Dobbers module or something like that for D&D. So that's what I'm hoping to do, and then stream some creative where I get to draw and do cool stuff like that. The Deerit tonight and
Awesome.
The characters aisle were my illustrations. Just to clarify, the others we just grabbed them off the internet because we needed something to represent those creatures. But that's me. That's what I do, and I love playing games. So, Mr. Askren.
Guys, Daryl's Twitch is in chat. Make sure you go show him some love. Go watch him create some of the art for the Dobbers sometimes, or just show support for this campaign. You guys have been coming out every week and showing a lot of support, man. And we really appreciate it because we've been having a blast. I don't need to introduce myself. You know who I am. But I had a blast today. The ending was the fight was tense. It was a kind of a high stakes fight where we just sort of I guess boneheaded our way right into it, even though it's probably way above our pay grade, but that's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine, I'm sure. And about Daryl had said something about we were probably going to lose all our characters, and about halfway through the fight, I'm like, this is probably that.
I hope you just rolled others.
I was afraid if one character got caught in the vines that Dobby got caught in, that would be a one-hit kill. Like, I was like, please don't do that. Please don't.
No, it'll be fine. The only problem is none of us have any spells left.
I have plenty of spells left.
You have a spell staff, so you're okay. I'm out of
first level spells. We're good.
Right.
How are you out of spells? We just had a long rest.
From the Bark Shard cone could have killed somebody.
Well, we are.
You dispelled it. You're like, think.
You gave him that tool. You did that. That's all you. Guys, but instead of kind of shouting myself out, first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who dropped by. Thank you, Organic Haze. Thank you, JPS Drum 19. Thank you, Roby. Thank you, Agent SVR. Thank you, Malazar. Thank you, Monarch Fisher. Thank you, Brother Gothel, for following. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the madness. And thank you, Isherwood, man. Isherwood in the chat with the 135 viewer host. Thank you so much, my friend. Always good to see you, and thank you for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Hope your community had a good time. Hope everyone watching had a good time. We are actually going to get out of here in just a little bit, go past the D&D love onto someone else, but first and foremost, I want to give some quick announcements if you guys missed them. First of all, if you guys enjoyed the show and you want to consider supporting, you can either hit that subscribe button, $5 a month, and you can get, you help support the channel and do, get all kinds of cool little bonuses, like natural 20s and stuff to give away. Also, if you want to, you can hit up our Patreon that launched not too long ago. We are currently collecting our first round of patrons. When we hit our first patron goal, we're going to start doing patron and sub only DM hangouts where you can come hang out with me and talk about your campaigns, get advice from myself and the other patrons and subscribers, and all that good stuff. We're going to do that once a month. Our second patron goal, I believe, is for sub and patron games. So all of that stuff is happening. Just if you guys want to support, it's as little as $1, and that helps us create content here. Other than that, like I announced it before, you guys can officially, as of today, you can buy yourself an Elderwood Academy hex chest over on Elderwood. Just make sure you go custom art and then type exploding dice into your note. They'll know how to take care of you. 50% of every purchase goes back to the channel, even though I told them that I didn't need it and I would let them have all of the money, but they said no. So not only does that support the channel, but it also shows the company that you guys like, what they do and like what we do, and that will help us get more and more benefits coming at you in the future. Speaking of stuff, of supporting the channel, we have all kinds of good content here, and let me tell you what's going on. We didn't have a fuzzy dice this past week, because things are in motion, so actually we're not going to be having fuzzy dice any Tuesday in December, but we are bringing you a different day of content. I have not officially announced it yet, but I can tell you something big, something very, very big has been brewing for December, and you will catch information about that on Twitter later in the week when we're all set to announce everything. I can only tell you it is huge. But speaking of cool stuff, if you guys want more D&D, you should show up here, right here, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are starting the very first episode of a brand new series, a brand new campaign called The Razor Coast. And that is an all-female pirate campaign where I am going to be in the Dungeon Master seat. The players are Nova Lessie, the Great Haley, NPC Bree, Danny, Imperial Scum, and Where's My Dingus. And they are funny, they are amazing women, and it's going to be a blast as they sail the treacherous pirate seas. Who knows what trouble they're going to get up to. That's tomorrow, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I can't wait to see you guys there. We're also going to be announcing the winner of our what the hell is it? Xanathar's Guide giveaway and dice. We got dice from Tabletop Loot as part of that. That's going to be announced tomorrow. We've also got the Pathfinder giveaway coming up. And then of course Friday we're off, but Saturday we're back with Writhing Moon, and then Sunday we've got we've got the mouse guard thing and the DM's table. So lots and lots of D&D content for you guys, and you guys allow all that to happen. So seriously, thank you so much for your support. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to my cast and crew. We're gonna be getting out of here in just a second, but I think before we do that, we're gonna go give someone some love. And I think rather than raiding another D&D channel, we're gonna go hang out with someone who is playing some games right now. I just mentioned her name, the Great Haley. She's gonna be playing in the Razor Coast tomorrow. She's streaming some South Park right now, so I feel like we're gonna go say hi to her, drop the love off. So let me open up the chat. ! That what? No, that's not it. Raid the Great Haley. That's the one. If I could just put it into chat like that. There we go. I can do it. I know I do. Guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you go check out the raid thing. We're gonna raid her in just a second. We will be back here next time. We will see you next time. Thank you for watching, but as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might sick a whole army of undead mushrooms on you.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.
We'll see you next time, guys. Bye. Take care.
Dobber hype.